where instead they've found themselves on a side adventure of sorts, trying their best to save Rudon Village from a new threat. A threat brought about by Osmanthus, the local shopkeep. This rat-like humanoid, with his unusual experiments and his mysterious ways, seems to have found himself in an unusual and clearly destructive situation, in which he seems to have unleashed some sort of corrosive ooze on the village. Having stolen some saddles, gotten them taken back, stolen some fruit, stolen a bottle of smoke, and a few other odd happenings, our party found themselves down in the sewers below Osmanthus' shop, fighting a massive ooze alongside another, now massive ooze, named Flung, previously known as Flavius. But, as they now know, his real name is Flung, the ooze. In a last-ditch effort, after watching Cleave go down, Rumgar go down, Oz go down, pretty much everyone is just beaten, with the slight exception, I believe, of Rodrick. Is that right? How's he doing?
Nothing ever touches me.
Yeah, Rodrick is clearly just unstoppable, as we all know. The most powerful of the four horsemen, as we've noted so many times. Otherwise, even Arlyn seems to be, while out of combat, taking damage in his own way, as he's shown signs of burns, as though lightning has run through his body. And so we pick back up, where after a bit of indecision, it seemed like, Flung, having absorbed the other giant ooze, decided to release both Rumgar and his previous captor, Osmanthus. And with that, as everybody, now mostly slimy and strewn about the ground of the sewer, Rodrick, turtles in hand, you look out the room.
Bet y'all forgot about that.
Totally. Oh my god.
Where you can see Rumgar now having just been ejected into a corrosive sludge on the ground. You can see as it starts to just kind of fall down his body and past him onto the grated floors and now down into the lower levels. You can see what looks like lifelessness. Unmoving, seemingly unbreathing, and clearly burnt in many, many places. On the other end, what you got?
It's Rumgar?
It's Rumgar, yeah.
Well, so where I was actually behind that, so I never saw Flun get the gelatinous cube and kind of suck him in and be one. So I'm actually going to run out, still feeling like I'm in initiative, and I'm going to start chucking the turtles out, going, take it! Eat this instead!
Go ahead and roll to hit against Flung.
Oh no.
Phenomenal start. Let's go.
Everyone's always attacking me.
Is there any way I can yell, Rodrick, no? At like...
What modifier should I...
At least after like the first...
This is going to be an improvised weapon, so there are no modifiers unless you have Tavern Brawler or similar.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Definitely doesn't hit. I missed the turtle.
That's just as bad.
You do have a point of inspiration. If you so choose.
I'm not going to use it to throw a turtle at Flun.
And actually, because I'm getting a kick out of this, remind me, Flung, what is your armor class as you are currently?
As we discussed?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh god.
It would be 6.
That is crazy.
The other side. I thought it was going to be low.
Very close. As last second, you all watch Osmanthus trying to get back on his feet and all just... he looks up, like, barely conscious now, as his eyes are starting to kind of flutter. He looks up, and you can see he's already regaining consciousness, all his own, doing his thing here. as Flung now starts to eject small portions of him. And at the last second, you notice that just as he shrinks down a little bit, a turtle goes flying overhead.
Can I catch it? Oh, okay. No, into the water.
Why has all the combat stopped?
No.
What's happening?
Wait. You missed a lot.
I just got here.
No, you mean you missed by a lot. The turtle? I'm just kidding. I'm not making puns. I'm panicking. Rumgar is still like unconscious, right?
Yeah, Rumgar's sitting there.
I'm sorry.
Heaving mess.
I'm
Partially
panicking,
digested.
running over to his body, searching my pocket for the good berry that somebody used on me.
I will warn you, Flung is definitely taking up the entire walkway in between, currently.
What,
It's
between me and...
Between you and Rumgar, yeah.
I don't know. What are my options here? Let me see.
Rodrick, where are you?
So I'm right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So do
I
I
see.
could barely even see him.
So-
I can only hear
Yeah, I'm
him.
probably just like...
So I'm actually
Let me through.
I'm gonna
I'll take
grab Rumgar the second that I see him and just pick him up in my arms and start hitting him in the chest. Are you alive? Rumgar! Wake up!
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
3.
As is appropriate.
As is a-
Poor Rumgar is just sitting there getting brutalized, luckily not taking any damage, but not looking great.
Why did you do that?
Oh, that was amazing. Not looking great regardless. As the rest of you lot now start to come.
Let me through.
I'm gonna walk up the staircase slowly, just kind of like watching Flan, like seeing what happens, or just trying to understand his state right now. While he just went through everything he went through and just got a turtle thrown at him. So everyone's focused on Rumgar. I'm focused on Flan.
Yeah, you'll see the typical wiggling and jiggling for a little bit, but then you see kind of almost like globs. It will almost look like globs of perspiration just kind of rolling off of him as he's getting a bit smaller again. And these bits are just kind of dripping off of him into liquid and kind of dissipating.
Wait, don't let them loose. They'll get back in the water. You have to catch all the rest of them or something. I don't know.
Well, they do very obviously. They don't stay as globs. They just like turn into just pure liquid, and then.
I don't think it's dangerous. I think he's just going back down to the size he prefers.
I think we need him now. Dude, we gotta just throw him through the river of sewage and just let him catch everything. He's got to catch all of them. Can he do that?
Can you do that?
He just kind of stays there. I was about to say, do you see his eyes? You don't see his eyes. He's just kind of staring off in the distance for a little bit. He looks at Cleave. I think I have to do that. You released one, didn't you?
Yeah, one of them got out.
That's not good.
Could it become like that one was?
That one is much worse.
I know. What is... You know him?
I do now. I think...
I'm sorry, just give me... Just... Wait, did he already move? No. Oh, you got smaller.
Yeah, he got smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I shake my head and I just run past him. I go check on Rumgar. I want to do my own
I'm
first aid.
listening.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'll kind of move towards the edge and just peer into the water.
Despicable.
At this point, since I had
6
rolled
total.
a 3 in medicine, I'm gonna be screaming, "He's dead! He's dead!"
I guess I am too, man. I don't know. I rolled a 2. I have like a +4.
I'm
but
not listening. I'm gonna leave that conversation and run over to see. Is he dead? Really?
Somebody help! I don't know. He's not getting up.
I'm gonna try, I guess,
He doesn't.
to
Why do
Okay.
you do these things?
Do you have a berry, Cleave?
You haven't? No, I had one. It must have melted.
I don't have one.
I have one. This was supposed to be our only way to the saddles. But I'm willing to sacrifice the saddles for Rumgar.
Yeah, give it to him.
No, maybe not. No, maybe
Rodrick,
not.
give
Wait,
him.
I can make more, but not yet.
I don't
I'm
underestimate
gonna
how
take
much I
the
want
berry
that saddle.
from him and give it to Rumgar.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was counting a number of seconds in which you guys were all speaking, as Rumgar had just rolled his final death saving throw at a failure, until you just fed him that good berry.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You stopped me at 5 seconds.
Stress me out.
And with that,
That's not
you
fair.
watch
No, that is fair.
as last second you put a hand to his chest and you snatch from Rodrick's hand and feeding it to him. You can feel as slowly the pulse just starts to fade, and you start kind of forcing it down his throat, only to see
Rumgar. Rumgar strong?
always
Cleave is erect. I just stand up and I walk out the room.
very strong.
Rumgar strong. Someone, get him water. Anything. Where's Flan? Dang it.
There you go.
Flung, make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Joel, I'll put you seated on a basket downstairs.
That works.
That's a natural 15. I'm looking for
Wow, natural 15.
16 total.
Okay.
16.
You can definitely see where the water flow goes, having tracked your immediate blobbage, your excrement, if you will. And as you follow along, you don't see any signs of life, as you yourself are quite familiar with here, and you are fairly confident in the fact that there doesn't seem to be any, at least in this immediate vicinity. But you can see where it all follows down into that center of the room, and it seems to feed back downward elsewhere.
Okay.
As you hear them calling out for Flung.
I'll just make my way over where you guys are at.
You find
Yes.
yourself standing over Calagon, Rumgar, and Rodrick, as well as the turtle that Rodrick has still left in his other hand.
Nice.
Where were you? Is there another one? Did he leave?
I didn't see him, so I think he's gone.
What happened? Where did the last one go?
Ask him.
Do you know?
I don't know where he went, but I know
Didn't even see. I wasn't in the room.
I know his mission.
Mission.
He's only here to destroy.
And
What are
he
these?
escaped?
Aren't these things you? Aren't you these things?
Yes, yes and no. They're more my children.
Your offspring is off to kill the world.
That's a pretty good summation of it.
And
He
you didn't
all
want
he
to raise
does
them
is-
up any different.
I relate one father figure to another.
well I
Is that why the mother's not around?
I didn't know. You see, what happens when we split, we lose pieces of ourselves and we create anew. So I didn't know. I didn't know until I just ate my grandchild just now. So
Slow down.
I'm gonna hold Rumgar a little bit closer and
Is
a
that
little
what
farther
you?
away.
Wait, that was your grandchild. That thing.
in the simplest way, yes.
And you ate it?
I'm trying to explain in ways that you guys would understand. It's just I bore that one, and that one made this one. But that other one is much more clever than either of us.
So
I think he did it on purpose so he could get away.
So you know where they are going. You know where they go.
I don't think any of us are familiar with these lands enough to know where.
Maybe
where to
Oz
start
knows.
or-
Perhaps. Where's Oz?
Downstairs,
He's
No, he's just right outside
Just around.
that hall.
right? Oh.
You can see him literally like basically like crawl over as he puts a hand to the tank
Oh, he's awake.
and foot by foot is slowly dragging himself across. Ah, this explains so much. You're not quite like the rest, are you? Little smarter, little faster. That explains the escape and everything, but I don't know how you reproduce so fast.
I think the smartest part of me is gone currently. I wish I could tell you.
That makes sense.
I don't know much about this.
The smartest part. When you say piece of you don't get to choose what piece?
No, we kind of break off indiscriminately. It's just kind of a way to just spread out as far as possible. And then we learn from that point. So maybe some will get smarter. I think the one I just took in was probably the tougher one of us. He was fairly strong, but he didn't seem very intelligent.
These things are a unique breed. They are commonly known as world eaters. They devour as much as they can, and they basically don't stop no matter what.
I don't want to eat any worlds. That's not
Is
my
he-
goal.
Is he also one of them?
Yes.
Why is he not like the others?
I don't know. I know that they can gain intelligence depending on what they're eating and that they can gain strength, but typically it's the strength part that you see most
Depending
immediately.
on what they're eating.
Have you not been feeding him?
Does one have to eat something sentient to gain intelligence?
Not necessarily to my knowledge, but I think technically, yes. There shouldn't have been anything too intelligent around, if that makes any sense, but I suppose it's possible that some of the rats could have gotten in, and over time, built him up further and further. Tell me, how are you speaking our language, though? What is it that... Did you watch something, hear something? What was it?
I wasn't that great for a long time. A lot of people passed by.
That's terrifying. Okay.
I'm so
It-
confused.
it-
I thought you were keeping him.
I was.
Oz, did you know that he can transform into anything?
No, I've seen things like him transform into different shapes, but never into people.
So there is a world eater out there that can transform into any one of us.
Well, let's hope not. Typically, the abilities stay with one as the others swap into something else. So, God willing, this one should have that unique ability. The other one, however, seems to have heightened intelligence beyond this one, although I suppose the language stuck.
Where does this water lead to?
Well, that's kind of the problem, isn't it? Nowhere that I'd be able to find without, I don't know, sending out a super smart sentient rat or something like that. But even I'm not small enough to get through there.
Well,
No.
I'll work my way back up the
Don't-
stairs
I
now.
think I-
Taking my breather.
Don't do it.
I think we have to find out.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna walk. I see Cleave walking, so I'm gonna walk over to him. Hey, buddy, you alright?
That was great. It really happened in real time, just like walking. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with Rumgar.
What do you mean? He's fine. He's sitting up over there. He's just catching his breath.
Look, he did a great job. He really was. He was a 4 horseman. Presumably he's the one that got me out of there, right? That's what must have happened when I was asleep.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to put it.
I give him the credit. I didn't expect him to hold his own as much as he did, but he's a strong one. I need some help real quick.
Look, that's great, you know, that he did that, but it's like every time we encounter anything, he's on his deathbed. The boy just, I mean, it's true of any child his age. It's like they're looking for ways to kill themselves, to harm themselves. And that's hard enough just having coffee tables in the house.
I don't understand. I don't understand him. I'm not an orc. I understand that you guys have some sort of connection, but I don't know how to raise a male orc, and I knew that. When we first met him and he wanted to join us, I said it's going to be too dangerous, but I hate that it had to come to this.
I don't know. I don't want to leave him without a family again, but I don't know what we can do with him. He's just in constant danger.
We could possibly entrust him to the care of the guild.
I think he showed that he is useful. Oz, what do you think? Is there a place for a little Rumgar?
Unfortunately, I'm also fairly new to these parts, but I do get around a little bit.
He's great assistant.
Has people to the east, to the best of my knowledge, but I mean, typically they're pretty territorial and they go by the actual tribes themselves. So I mean.
Well, wait. What about you? He could be great for security if maybe you need some help with that. I saw your door, so he just needs guidance, and where we're going, it's too dangerous. Even though you're dealing with these world eaters and stuff.
Listen, I owe you my life. I do, but the truth is I don't think he'd be safe with me. My line of work, I have to travel a lot, and frankly, he says, look around you. This place isn't exactly the safest bet.
That is true, but you do, in your travels, require someone to look after your shop, don't you not?
And he takes direction very well, especially if it's to hurt.
He's never left our care. He's never gone off and done anything that we weren't aware of.
I mean,
We'll come pick him back up when we're done.
man, how long is that gonna be? What are you thinking as far as like done?
What do you think, guys?
Well, I mean, our mission
Like a few
is
days?
one that could take time. The conquering of the world.
Conquering of the world? What?
Oh, did I speak out of turn? That was my mission. We have a separate mission.
I've
But it could also
heard about
take
your jokes,
time.
but I'm not quite familiar enough. Is he joking? See, he starts
I hope
reaching
so.
towards a pack in his
have-
back.
Listen, I don't know if this is. I'm not opposed to having someone as capable as you are watch the boy, but I don't. Fellas, he's a relative stranger to us. There's got to be a better choice.
Well,
Is there no way we could bring him back to my people?
it's more of the guild than it is Oz himself. I don't know.
Well, the issue is how far are we from your people?
It took us a day's travel to get from the city. It'll be harder the way back, perhaps. I don't know, but there's got to be a better way than this. Look at him.
Is it in the opposite direction of Gracht?
I'm pretty sure it is, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
We'd lose time. But what can we do?
What if we go find Jean Canito, leave him here in the meantime? It'll be just a temporary short time. We make our way back, pick him up, then take him to your people. I believe we can leave him Not in the care of Oz, because he seems jumpy, to say the least.
I was just kind of melted by a giant ooze thing. That's not really my
Perhaps.
fault.
Do you think we could?
What?
Do you think we could pay the guild for a mission? Could we hire someone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe send him back to my people with a letter.
Do you think he will go?
He has to.
Only if he finds him strong. Maybe Roddick.
You can all see the distorted figure kind of standing up from behind through Flung's body as you hear, Rumgar is 4 horsemen. Middle name Danger.
Rumgar, sit down. You're too
come
weak.
sit off. Come sit, Rumgar. Come here. We've got to talk.
Oh boy.
Rumgar, have I ever told you what my mission is?
No.
I have a mission. I do. I've had it my whole life. I know he thinks I'm one. But I was... wow, no, I'm about to totally plagiarize. I just saw the video today. I was put on this earth. No, I was put on this Allura to conserve wildlife. Now, listen, I like to find creatures that I know might not get to be here forever. Creatures that are... The word I use is endangered. Do you know what endangered means? It means there's not a lot of them left. And if they die, there won't be any of them left. And I like to make sure that that doesn't happen. And I know now, that's us. If we die, we fail my mission. We can't let the orcs go away. And I know you're one of us. You've proven it. You saved me. You did good.
Then you stay. You go home. Rumgar is Muse. Rumgar has power of all 4 horsemen.
It is true, but you need to be trained up. You need to get bigger and stronger as you grow up. And you can rejoin us, but you need training. And this isn't the way to do it. You need a proper master, somebody who can teach you the martial ways. And we're good, but we're not trainers, and what we're doing is dangerous. Did you like being in that goop? Wasn't a fun time, right? We need to get you ready, so that doesn't happen. Where you fall asleep so fast, you're gonna get strong.
Say sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it wasn't him. Ah, you were asleep, you didn't see it. This is a different one.
Oh, okay.
And now we don't want all of him to be gone either, but we have to take down the bad ones, right? We catch them and make them say sorry, or we kill them.
Right.
Whoa.
But he's not the bad one,
Sorry.
and you haven't gotten big yet, but you're gonna get big. You're gonna get so big. You're gonna hold that. Look at that thing you've got. Your father's. What do you call that? His weapon.
He calls it the Gnaller.
The Gnaller?
Something. The Knobber.
The
Gnar.
the
Gnar.
Gnar?
The Gnawer.
The Gnawer. One day you're gonna hold that Gnaller with just 2 little fingers in your hand. It's gonna be easy. You're gonna be so strong, but it's not yet. So I've got some family. There are some more orcs that I know. But we gotta get you there. Someone who's so strong they can make you even stronger. Will you go?
Roll a persuasion check at advantage.
I'm gonna roll this one. Wait a minute, the advantage die.
Oh, true? Yeah, you got all the fanciest dice in the world. And the least fancy somehow. Yeah, this guy's got a weird collection. Straight up magic 8-ball on hand at all times. Like, just all of it.
Okay, that's a total of 19.
Total of 19.
When would I get to see you again?
That's my family. I can't stay away from for too long. Meta knowledge, I've been away from them for 2 years. I'll be back when we get our first bastion.
And I just have to be strong.
You just have to be strong, and you're gonna get stronger.
I'll grow up big.
You look for old Mama Green. There's no one stronger I've ever met.
Mama Green. Old Mama Green.
And my mom and dad, if they're around, they'll make you strong. Strong like me. Stronger even.
Berries?
There's actually
I'll send you off with some berries.
there's a small detail about his home. Only the strong ones
Rodrick,
are left.
Rodrick,
Oh, sorry.
Not right now.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Something, but
I was onto something. Only the strong ones are left. The weak ones were killed.
Osmanthus, now finally catching his bearings, looks over at you, Rodrick, as you're saying these things, and he kind of pauses.
He says, "Remind me, what was it that you guys came to me for? Exactly."
Saddles.
Done.
What?
Done.
Is it louder?
I will get you your saddles, gladly.
Did I hear that correctly?
Thank you.
Is there anything else we need?
thank you. Well, we just need to catch the things.
It's not very hard at all. I've got some fruit upstairs, and all
No,
you
I
have to
think
do
we're
is
okay on fruit.
Sure.
We're good. Yeah. We're good on the fruit.
Well, so what do you do with them? You sort of lay out some fruit and they follow the scent?
Generally, yes. You crush it up and you pour it into the sands, but you try to catch it upwind so that it tracks downwind where they'll usually be. They're not usually around the shallow parts because they have to camouflage. So stay centered into the desert, and you should be plenty finding one or two a day.
Oh yeah, we can figure that out. I make my own fruit, so we'll be good. Thank you.
Weird, but
Good
cool.
point. Thank you, Oz. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Now, as of this water thing, Flan, what should we do?
Is Flan safe to stay with you, Oz?
I
Are you gonna
honestly
hunt
don't know
down-
if he's safe to stay with anyone, frankly.
Then where can he reside? I mean,
But
this whole area here you have down here. I mean, how
I'm-
comfortable were you in this goo?
I'm probably the best bet for now. Listen,
Just give us your word that you'll employ him and not enslave him. If we come back and find the ladder, it
You
won't
don't-
be pretty.
you don't seem to understand. These things aren't supposed to be this intelligent.
Yes,
I
he
was
would-
keeping it away from everything, at least trying, but let's just say not everything has been working quite properly these days.
I just need him to have peace of mind.
Clearly.
Yeah,
it's-
easily done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Flan, you can keep an eye.
Good
Not
roll
sure-
insight.
Not sure. Not sure. Did we just treat him like a slave?
No.
Did we ask him for his opinion on where he should be?
We absolutely should.
17.
Oh boy, come on, Tristan. Big roll.
13. Yeah, you can definitely see that he's just saying whatever to go along with people. It doesn't necessarily strictly mean he's going to enslave you, but it definitely means he's just kind of shrugging it off to breeze by the conversation.
What do you think?
I'll do my best to stop the portion that broke off. But after that, I'm going off on my own.
I don't know about that one.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what do you mean you're gonna help get the thing that went away?
Can any of you do it?
That's a good point.
I'm not sure. No, I haven't tried.
Let's kind of gesture over to the swirling center. I can fit through that, and it won't hurt me. It might not be easy, but it has to be stopped.
It is true, I'll say that much.
Can you tell him apart from the water?
I'll be able to find him eventually. If he's as smart as I think, it'll be a little tricky. We're pretty good at hiding, but I'll get him.
Let's say it does work out. If you're able to stop it, why not come back? You'll have no reason not to at that point. At least this way you'll have some sort of alibi and you'll have proven yourself in being useful.
All I've known here is enslavement. I have no reason to come back.
Captivity is not enslavement. I didn't make you do anything for me. I just thought you were gonna kill everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna make him do something now, so it's kind of...
Fine, I'll pay you. Employment. 'Twas requested.
I'll make the same promise to you that I did to Rumgar. I know you haven't known me long, but you're a force.
What he's saying is we'll come back and visit.
We will come back. I will make sure.
Not even an hour ago, you told me I could trust you, and you turned on me. You kept me captive.
He's right.
There's no one here that I can trust. For the sake of you all and your people, I'm going to get my son.
Grandson.
No, I ate my grandson already.
Oh. Sorry.
Good old out of context tabletop role playing games.
Woo!
The way he described what he did to that other gelatinous cube is how I described the Battle of Armageddon. So I'm going to do a divine inspiration on that.
Amazing.
One of my devotionals.
Amazing.
Oz looks to you. Listen, I understand how you feel. Truth is, just like you seem to consume and spit out that other piece of you, taking in what you needed and rejecting the rest. There are certain times where certain beings are, frankly, just not intelligent, not, I don't even know how to explain, just not what you would expect to be, well, what you are, I guess. I didn't think of you as a person, because typically your kind aren't like people. They're more just floating masses that just kind of eat stuff, and I've seen them get clever and maybe use a tool, but
Like a jellyfish.
nothing
without
like
the
this. This is something else, and I wouldn't put that to waste by any means. You're incredible. You're amazing, really.
That's very nice. See? You should trust him.
fish. You do better not to. Don't help.
Sorry.
Don't help.
How about this? I'll tell you all I'll be back, and I'll come work for you, and you guys just have to trust me.
Oh, he is
Are you
intelligent.
going
Oh my
to
God.
slowly fall down into the ooze and say, I'll be back?
It's quite a deal, and I suppose it's the best we can make currently. I'll accept those terms.
And with that, I'll just kind of start making my way towards the center swirl.
Nice.
I'm sorry for trying to kill you. I was just trying to do what's best for everybody.
All right.
Just go. Be free.
I'll
As-
kind of look over at everyone and then over at Oz, and then back at the group.
Looking forward to the next time we meet. Hopefully it's in terms more like this rather than like before. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna take 4 copper and flip them one by one into his jelly. And say,
For sure gonna catch.
yeah.
Just-
If he didn't hear it before,
I went right through him.
it's my mission to make sure every form of life continues to survive on. I know you haven't had a good track record with my friends today, but I hope you live. I hope you do well. Go and be free.
Thank you. I wasn't lying when I said my mission is to unite. I want to bring everyone together. And if I do split off and reproduce, I'll try to pass that onto every one of my offspring. But this one was created before, and I just looked down into the hole. This one was created before I knew my mission. I will stop him.
Well, go and unite him.
Good luck, Flan.
I'm gonna jump into the agua.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You all watch as the moment of impact, he just vanishes instantly, as though he were just one with this water.
Wild.
Completely out of sight and near indistinguishable from the second he touches it.
Now that is terrifying. If they can do that.
I wonder how
Good
many of
camouflage.
them, how many are out there and we don't even know it.
Has this water always been acidic like that, Osmathus?
No, that likely came from that one previously, but I've learned my lesson not to keep oozes upstream. I'll do better next time.
So is this all still acidic?
It seems to be. Give it some time, it'll wear off.
I think we should.
I think.
I think we ought to gather some, if we can do it safely.
I
That's a
think we've
useful
got
thing to have.
Plenty gathered here.
Where?
Yes, but to take on the
Just on the
go.
ground?
All around us.
Yeah, no, I think we should. I'd like to, if it's not too much more to ask, I'd like to have some with me.
Is there anything that
Be
it
a
doesn't eat
worthwhile
that we
weapon.
could maybe make into a canister and scoop it out?
I would highly suggest not, just to be safe, because Godfred, you put that thing on the wrong thing, and it starts to reproduce and create more things, and then we've got the same situation on our hands.
I
So
thought
what
you said
happens
there
if it
was
just
no-
sits here in this very reproducible area, very conducive to environment to it?
I thought he said there's no life here anymore.
I couldn't tell you that.
That's what
I
he
don't
said.
know.
He seems really nice, so kind of trust
Didn't
him.
he say you just tried to kill him or something like that?
That's
Betrayed him? I don't know.
Yeah, look at how
Everything
nice
is-
he still was on his way out.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's pretty weird. He could just be leaving to eat the world, though.
Yeah, he could be.
I
Could be.
probably just made a huge mistake. I probably just made a huge mistake.
I don't know. Don't. Beat
I was
yourself
feeling
up
really
about
like
it.
grateful, and then now I think about it, and he could have easily just like repurposed his other part, dropped it into the water, and then just gone back to get it. Guys, this could be really bad.
I'll be on the lookout for it.
Yeah. Well, we have another thing we have to do. So,
Okay.
thanks for the saddles. We'll go grab them.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem. Things have been a little crazy. Listen, guys, really. Thank you so much. The shop will probably be closed for a while as I recuperate, but if ever you guys need anything, just swing by and I'll try to give you
Actually-
a little bit better price.
If you need anything, I was just thinking how dangerous it would be to try to collect this stuff, but I could be your man really fast. I will do my water. What is the word? Whatever it's called, water bending.
Just controlling water? Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, I'll use control water, and I'll just start lifting some of it, just like independently of anything, without having to touch anything. You sure you couldn't gather some of this in a safe way?
That would be amazing, honestly, but in truth, it's not really so effective unless you can gather all of it.
What do you mean? It burns in small quantities.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. At least this way it's all feeding into one place, and if it all goes as we just saw, that creature that we just let go might be able to actually purify it, as long as it keeps going in the same direction. But if we start to mess with it, then we better catch it all.
You're saying if I put some of this in a jar and I throw it at a monster that attacks me in the desert, that's going to be somehow
I think
detrimental to
he's
this?
saying that if
I
we
really
grab it
don't
in a
know.
jar, it could possibly reproduce or something that we don't understand. He knows more about these things than we do.
I'm just saying, you guys saw how that thing just ate the other one and then still shot out parts
Yeah, but
of
you
it.
know,
Apparently,
you were
it
wrong-
already
you were-
reproduced.
You were wrong about Flavian. You were wrong about him. Probably.
Maybe partially, but was I right to keep him in a cage and keep him from reproducing to the best of
horrible.
my ability? What are you talking?
Yeah, he's scarred for life.
You have
At
any
least
more-
when I put mine in the cage, I will eventually free it.
Do you have any more pizza?
My stash. No. No, probably not.
Okay.
Those things keep getting to it.
All right.
These.
Yes. That exact one, in fact.
You know, I will say something nice about seeing a small animal these days. I feel like we've only seen giant ones lately.
Yeah.
Speaking of small animal, Rumgar, you okay?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
So what are these for?
Oh, those are just weird little creatures I found around here, and they seem to like eating weird stuff. They're just kind of, I don't know, mostly entertainment.
They're for entertainment.
Hmm.
He watches them for entertainment.
He watches. It's a weird guy. Okay, well, the ooze has been eating your creatures.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's probably why he's smart. Well, wherever he went.
That also makes sense, unfortunately.
Oh.
Well, alright. I guess that's a
Such a shame that
few turtles less.
the turtles didn't eat the ooze and become smart, and it happened the other way around.
That would have been
Like
pretty
it'd make
cool.
for a great show.
It'd be amazing if that's how that worked, but alas, here we are. No biggie.
That's literally exactly.
Just
Did
walks
you
on
name
over.
these turtles? No, I'm just kidding.
Puts his hand out. I'll take him back. Thanks. Sorry about that. He just kind of holds it, and you see that immediately it starts snapping at him. He just kind of holds it out from his face a little bit. They come around eventually. Don't worry about it. Just kind of holds the turtle out to the side.
Well, he's a fighter, isn't he? Look at that guy.
Yeah, he just likes eating everything. I don't really know what's going on with that one, but he's fine. He's just a little weirdo.
Huh. Do you have any place this? What time is it actually?
That was the exact question I was going to ask.
It's very, very late into the night currently.
That's right. We went on like a midnight mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like super early in the morning, kind of.
It's like, yeah, you can call it that.
like
Sun
5 in the
hasn't
morning or something
quite
like that?
risen yet, to your knowledge.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, what do you think we should do now?
I need at least an hour just to bandage.
Do you have a
Need a
place
moment.
for us to rest up for?
I actually do. I have a few beds right over there. Actually, we can rest for a time, and you guys can patch up your wounds and do whatever it is you need to do. But just I'd ask that you not poke around too much. There's some dangerous stuff around here.
Oh, never. I would never look around a place that's not mine.
Good. Thanks so much. You watch as he starts kind of leading you back into the room over here. He says, unfortunately, I can't really reach the boat from this side, so you're going to have to just, and he just kind of motions over into the room. There's a very large pipe, and we can just kind of jump in through there. That's really our best bet.
As he went around the doorway, I'm gonna Barry, come here. Get him back in my coat.
Nice.
I'm assuming Oz didn't see him.
Oh, he saw him plenty.
He did?
Yep.
He just didn't say anything about the flying little dragon.
He did not.
Okay, well, I think that he didn't. He'll walk off then.
All right. Nice. You walk off, and you catch Oz just kind of motion you over. He says, "This is it." He pulls open a hatch, and he says, "Literally just follow this to the end, and it'll pop you right back up to where we need to be." And he dives into this little pipe and just vanishes into the darkness.
Yeah, I follow him for sure.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I go too.
You guys all follow, and it leads right back to where you're familiar. You all head back in, and sure enough, 4 beds just kind of waiting for you.
Of course, Rumgar, notably never taking his own bed, but rather sitting beside Cleave here.
Am I still 4 horsemen if I leave?
Always. Right, Cleave?
Always.
Am I still creature? What is creature?
Everyone that thinks is a creature.
Okay, that's fine.
And as long as you live, Rumgar, I was going to call you Rodrick. Rumgar, you will always be the property of the 4 horsemen.
Good.
The property? Not property. Friend.
Same thing.
Same thing. Okay.
You will be training to join us again. That's what you're training for. Remember that.
Okay. I will train hard and I will become the strongest 4 horsemen.
Good. That's what we need.
That's right. It's a good attitude to have, Rumgar.
He starts cuddling up under the covers and just
I'm
kind
not
of
even laying down.
resting
I'm
his
just, like, trying to
eyes.
bandage and stuff. Probably on him too. I'm probably
He's
like,
like
get him back
shivering.
Up, like, hold on a second.
Yeah, you can see he's just like shivering under the sheets, just like brutalized and still suffering clearly. He's just, but doing his best to rest per your previous suggestions. During this downtime hour, is there anything that you guys would like to do in particular?
Nah, I just want my
I'd
HP
like
up.
to sleep.
Yeah, I'm probably going to sleep too.
Okay.
I think after everything that we've just been through, sleep probably sounds the most attractive.
Okay, very nice. All right. Cleave, is that going to be the same for you?
No, I'll actively be we'll call it medicine checking everybody. That'll be like my thing whenever we short rest. I'll just kind of, or any rests. I'll always check on everybody's wounds.
Okay. Do you have any way of directly medicating in any way, or do you have just
No, I'm
like
just gonna use the short rest thing where I roll a hit die or whatever. But I don't know if I have a medicine kit. I am proficient in medicine. Let me see. Tools. I got an herbalism kit. Oh wait, I'm proficient in herbalism kit. I don't know if I have it.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, it could be useful if you have it on hand.
I would like to try to buy an herbalism kit from Osmanthus.
Easy enough, yeah. He would definitely have one on hand.
I do have a mess kit. That's what I have. I have a mess kit.
Fantastic. All right. Yeah, Oz will easily just kind of run up, grab that on, and bring it right down to you, and he says, "This first one's free of charge. Don't worry about it, okay?"
Nice one.
You watch as he vanishes back up.
Thank you, and I'll gladly, by way of payment. I know you say it's free. You look like you could use it.
Beautiful.
I have no idea how an herbalism kit works. I'm gonna have to add it to my deal. See what happens. Let's see.
You're good. Because upstairs, Arlyn, welcome back to the table.
Hello there.
Hey!
I've returned.
Everybody comment congratulations on having a child.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Breaking
Also,
the fourth wall here a little bit, but
Another quick thank you, Michael. Thank you so much, my guy,
Yes.
for absolutely killing it.
Round of applause for
Thank you,
Michael.
Michael.
Dude, freaking
snaps.
incredible character just randomly pulled through last second. We were trying to prep that like way in advance, and guys,
So good.
that baby
So
came
good.
out way in advance. That was crazy. That
35 weeks. It was
Everybody
great.
comment a retrospective 5 congratulations on the babies that Michael had in the past.
was incredible. Incredible. We love you, dude. So happy to have you.
Hilarious.
And Manny, we are so happy to have you back.
I am so happy to be back. It's been a long while. I haven't been at the table now in over a month, basically.
Yeah,
It's
actually.
been a long time. So, well, at least on this side of the table, it's been a month
Ah,
I was there.
That is true.
for the 2 weeks prior to that, but
Yeah,
That's
but it
a
was
good
2 weeks, and then
Yeah.
we were off for 2 weeks for the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
and
it's still
then
been
I was
yeah.
off because
Still been
I
quite a
was
while.
in the hospital. So It's great.
That is crazy.
We're
but-
back.
Oh, whoops,
And,
wrong one. Yes,
Arlyn's
nothing.
back. Let's see what happened with Arlyn.
Arlyn never left. He just
You got
Got
real
got a little
quiet.
got a little weird.
You know,
Real quiet and weird.
it's great. My voice changes. I get permanent scars. Awesome. I'll leave again. And I'm going to have a missing ear.
That's hilarious.
I just want to tell everybody what I just discovered. Herbalism kit is what allows you to make healing potions. That's
Yep.
nuts.
It's pretty intense now.
This
After
is gonna be
Xanathar,
crazy.
they
That's
dropped some crazy stuff with
crazy.
it.
Wow.
That was from
That'll
the
be
legacy
clutch.
rules. That's crazy.
Is it now?
Yeah.
I guess technically, yeah, that stuff is all considered legacy still.
So I got to find out how to do that. That'll be homework I do.
Yeah,
but
yeah, for
man,
sure. That's a great
wow.
one.
So I'll just patch people up generally, and we'll just do our short rest thing.
Cool. All right. Arlyn,
Yes.
as you sleep throughout the day, you toss and turn with visions and different sounds stirring. You start to see figures, shapes, just silhouettes passing by. What look like people at war, defending themselves. You see this massive dome with blackened spikes, where you see the silhouettes of man leaping into the air, grabbing dragons and tearing them down into the spikes on this webbed dome of sorts. And you watch as, one by one, an entire horde of dragons vanishes from the sky. Men just peeling them down from the skies as though they were the dragons themselves. As it continues on, you see the silhouette behind a darkened cloud just rupture into sight as the sky seems to split with lightning. And you hear a voice call out to you. You are not the one I was searching for.
What do you mean?
You are not my blood.
I wasn't searching for you either. Why am I here? What is this?
See what your kind does to mine. See the disgust we have with humanity.
Who are you?
And as lightning flashes once more, you can see the silhouette now behind what was the army of silhouetted dragon figures. A good 20, 30 times larger than any of the others. A massive dragon, hidden behind clouds of storm.
Is that you?
It is, in some sense.
What is your name?
You have heard it before. You've called out to me as I have. But you will do for now. You have something in you, something from your parents.
What do
I
you
like
know
it.
about my parents?
I know more than you do.
I've still yet to know your name.
With one final crash of thunder, you watch as everything goes dark for a moment. And you see silhouettes around you again. You see as two male figures seem to be standing over you for a time, as you now find yourself laying in place. And as they vanish from sight, you're just left there lying alone.
Hello?
This is not what I had planned for you, Arlyn. This is something different entirely.
What are you doing to me?
Arlyn, I understand you must be confused, but listen to me. The power that I had given you, It is at odds with the power inside you. You must be careful.
Arendor?
It is.
What do you mean, power inside me?
It would seem your lineage was something more than what I had expected. Unfortunately, you came into contact with something that seems to have sparked something inside of you.
It did. The mural. I remember now. What was that? I felt the surge of energy. I've yet to be able to do it again.
It was a vestige of power, similar to what I had offered, but out of control and intended for another. It is clear now that you are changing in ways that I had hoped not to see, frankly. But in ways that are still good. You must be careful, as your power is quite destructive, if left unchecked.
You mean the lightning?
Yes.
But how do I use it? How do I even channel it again? I felt it that first night. And it's just vanished.
You see the figure of that same kind of draconic man stand before you. You see what would be a silhouette if not for the fact that it is instead just refracted light walking in through a doorway, walking your way, and you can see the wings as they spread outward, the horns like a crown on top of his head. He says, "The power I granted to you was intended to awaken something in you, but it was intended to mix. It was intended to blend seamlessly, create something greater, something more controlled. It would seem not all has gone according to plan, and in truth, you're not quite yet strong enough. I will try my best to keep it under wraps for you for this time being, if you so choose."
What? I just don't understand. What power did you give me? All I've been able to do is just swing my sword.
There is much for you to see, and in time, your power will be great. But I suppose I can give you a small touch, quick token, if you will. Would you instead prefer to unleash your power as it is?
Will it be detrimental to me and my mates?
Harmful, perhaps, if for a time, but not detrimental, no.
Would you give me some insight into what power you're talking about? This lightning, electricity, but you said that contradicts the power you gave me.
I'd intended to give you more growth and healing, the ability to help rather than simply hurt. You seem to have unleashed a bit of both.
See, I intend to protect. I feel like I must need both to succeed in my mission.
I chose you for a reason.
And that is what? I feel like everyone keeps saying these things about me, but some leader. I never chose to be in this role.
It is few and far between the times in which we are able to choose our own roles in life. Just as you did not choose to be inscribed on that wall, neither did I. But at least you have chosen to act with courage. I respect your decision, and so your power has been granted to you. And he vanishes.
Arendor.
Wake up! Sorry.
Arendor. Wait. You still haven't even told me how to do this.
As he fades from view, you see a figure appear from far away, and you watch as this figure seems to kind of grow larger and larger.
What does it
And
look like?
It seems simple. It is just a growing kind of rounded silhouette currently. And you can watch as it starts to grow, it seems to be encompassing a person. And as you watch, you look on, and you can see that person is Calagon.
Calagon?
As he turns to you, you watch as he holds his head with one hand and then the other. And as he starts just kind of blinking rapidly, you can see this figure just kind of overshadowing him just in complete darkness vanish as it starts just fleeing. And Calagon just falls unconscious.
Calagon! What was that? Calagon! Wake up!
You get to him, and he seems only to be just kind of lightly slurring, mumbling underneath his breath, just clearly dazed and still seemingly unconscious, but speaking gibberish at this point.
You're making no sense. Wake up! I don't know where we are.
Gibberish.
Calagon!
You watch as, in a simple moment, his entire body just turns to you, and then as he reaches out to you, he starts fading down below, just darkness, as he reaches his hand out one final time towards the side where you can see this creature is just fleeing.
Where am I? Hello?
As you call out to it, there's this brief pause, and without any words, you find yourself standing over it and just facing down. And with this quick just flash of lightning, you can hear as the peal of thunder now takes over and just erupts from all around you. And now, having been staring down at this creature, it seems to be gone. And you find yourself alone, standing up in the middle of a room. It's completely dark outside, minus a few torches here and there lighting pathways. There's an open door and a now closed window beside you. As you look around, there are just a series of unusual trinkets and things. And you have this simple feeling as you can feel power now surging, coursing throughout your body. And you begin to remember just pain. And as you look down, you can see just singe marks just wrapping your arms.
What happened to me? Arendor, are you still there?
Nothing.
Do I recognize this room at all?
Make an intelligence check.
11.
11. There seems to be something familiar about it, but it's not immediately recognizable as something that you're, like, familiar with. Granted, definite brain fog right now.
Yeah.
There is, however, a few clear, noticeable objects, as well as just, I'll say, things of note within your surrounding. The first is a massive grate at your feet. The second is a door which has been busted open. And then the third is the door to this window, if you will, this kind of shutter, this wooden shutter that is largely busted up and clearly just this makeshift, like almost like sheets of plywood and different kind of just boards all hammered in together. And that seems to be where the familiarity comes from the most. As you look around, you can make out all the unusual trinkets and things, and kind of standing over this desk of sorts.
I'm definitely rummaging
You
through
can kind
them.
of, yeah, you start taking in the smell of fruit as you start seeing down below. There seems to be some amount of produce below you. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
I need another die. 10.
10. Yeah, I mean, oddly enough, there are all sorts of different things. Some trinkets that are a little bit, I'd say, beyond you in terms of you would have no idea what they would be used for. Very clearly some high-end instruments. There is a small anvil immediately beside you as you start to look around, as well as a few different papers and scrolls and things of the sort. You can see where there are different like bracelets and accessories in one kind of display case off to the side. And going through drawers, in addition to the produce, you find a series of different vials, all marked with different papers.
Are they filled?
They are, each with different colored substances.
Can I read the labels on them?
They seem to be marked in an unusual language for the most part, but a few of them are immediately noticeable as far as the cautionary skull and crossbones.
It must be poisons. I look at the anvil. And for a second, I'm going to go and peek out the busted door.
Nice.
See what it is that I see out there. See if I recognize kind of where I am at all.
Yeah. Without fail, you find yourself directly across from the waking dawn.
Oh, lovely.
And you know where you are now. This is the inside of Osmanthus' shop.
Ah, how did I get here? This is a rather strange dream that I just had. Where is everybody?
You feel this surge of pain throughout your chest.
Ah!
Electricity starts to run through your body. And you remember now, having kind of slept through as you now start to falter again and trying to fight falling asleep, you realize that whatever's happening within you seems to be sapping power from you uncontrollably.
Dör, this is not... Oh, you did warn me about this, I guess. Oh, I don't feel so good. Where is everybody? I start walking out of the room to see if I can find anyone.
Amazing. Yeah, nobody out on the streets, but you do notice that there seems to be a few open windows with still one head poking out and just kind of looking about. An older woman, slightly grayed hair. You can take it, seemed to be kind of brownish in her younger years, as there are still a few wisps here and there. Just kind of looking down.
What is happening down there?
Excuse me, ma'am.
You're one of those freaks we've been hearing about.
Huh?
You're a freak boy.
Depends on your definition of freak. I am different, I suppose. Never mind. Where are those freaks?
You mean the freaks that just called out to all of us that we're to come out here and listen for something and Then they just vanished. They act like schoolboys.
Yes, them. Yes. Oh!
Yeah, last I saw, they ran into that building that you just came out of, hence the freak thing.
Okay.
Am I allowed to go back to sleep now?
Please do.
Fine. Good morning. And good night. Slams the window.
Oh my goodness.
She's strong, dude.
Listen, this is a whole village of adventurers, guys.
yeah,
Come on,
it
get
is,
used to it. I mean, come on.
I don't know. Old Mama Green was in the Waking Dawn village.
Good night.
She's mad.
Well, oh man, what must they be up to without me? So I see this room. I'm gonna take a clearer look now. Does it look like it would be the merchant shop or just like a room?
Oh yeah.
On the side.
There are unusual odds and ends all over the place. There are just buckets and barrels of trinkets hidden below the desks. You see that there are labels now for different types of inventory. Depending on kind of the visual, you can tell that there are different assortments within, whether it's the drawers, there's a chest on the back end, there's a different table with odd little mappings of different sorts of like contraptions, as though seemingly somebody's working on something.
Okay. And did I see the trapdoor?
Oh yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
It's definitely open.
Yeah,
there. I'm
there's just a
like-
massive open gaping hole in the floor. That's not an issue.
So once I finally get a little bit more clear-headed, I notice the gaping hole in the floor, and I say, "What did they get themselves into now?" And I'm gonna call out into the hole, "Horsemen, are you there?"
Now patching yourselves up and well enough rested at this point that it's not quite an
Was he
hour
actually
yet.
gone? Okay.
You can hear Arlyn from upstairs, having been watching guard
Okay.
per his own request, in essence, now calling out to you all from above.
Yeah, we down here.
Down here,
Everybody,
Arlyn.
Get up. We don't have all night. We can't do a big rest this time.
So tired.
Do you lot not believe in sleep?
I'm sorry, Rodrick, but if we get a full 8 hours right just now, that'll be another night we have to stay here before we can get the Sandwalkers. We have to go.
He's right, Rodrick.
All right.
If we can catch them and come back, we can sleep during the day. But we've got to go.
Okay.
We're on our way up. Come on, Rumgar, come on.
What are you doing down there?
What do you mean? You saw us go down.
We've been healing up. Haven't you?
Healing up
You alright?
from... What did you guys do? What happened?
You want,
Healing up from what?
you want me to do it?
Sorry, was he
So there's-
physically in the room with us? Or like as far
he
as we all
was
know?
for a time, yeah, but he decided to stay up above.
Oh, so he didn't see any of the battle or anything like that.
No,
So you remember that Flan guy? So he's pretty cool, and he came
Who?
down, and we saw another Flan,
Flavius?
but it's not another. You want me to start over?
as they say these things, you start getting this kind of cloudy memory, as though you'd kind of dreamt up different aspects of a creature, a man named Flavius.
Do you remember? He's all
Flavi-
like, "Woo."
The name rings a bell. I don't remember many woos.
What happened to you?
Make a quick Constitution check for me, or saving throw, better yet.
Better.
16.
16. Perfect. As he asks what happened to you, and you start to kind of think on it for a moment, and you get hit with waves of memory.
Oh.
Now thinking back on the day as though it were just events, happenings of another man, as though you were just watching within a dream.
Wait.
And you can now recall just holding your arm and healing up this whole time, and now almost instinctively grabbing at your arm again, you realize, like, oh man, like, I've not been in control, just kind of running on autopilot, essentially, as my powers have just been unleashed from my body.
I'm gonna go grab onto his shoulder as he's in a weird daze and be like,
Are you coming out? of the
Arlyn.
hole?
Oh wait, yeah, that's right.
I'm still upstairs.
I climb up
There you go. Yeah,
Thanks.
and I look at you. And I'm gonna grab your shoulder and give you like a little shake. You okay?
Hey. So, the whole tavern thing and that happened?
Yeah. What do you mean that happened? You were there. You talked. You said things. What happened to you? Are you feeling okay?
I try to heal myself again.
You seem fairly tapped out as you kind of push out the last remnants of energy that you have, and it starts to kind of lighten. And as you do, the trickling static that you feel permanently crawling across your spine vanishes with it.
That's better.
What's better? Arlyn, you're starting to freak me out a little bit.
I'm sorry. I had a very odd dream. You were in it.
Did we?
Are you okay?
And you were in it.
Did something happen to you?
No. I mean, besides, well, I almost. It's a long story. I kind of almost died, and Cleave almost died, and Rumgar almost died, and Oz almost died.
Frankly, I was the only one that was left untouched.
Yeah, you weren't there for most of it, but
What?
it's true. You ran and got help.
Yes, but
You saved us.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank
you are
you.
truly our mouthpiece.
For the rephrasing, that is what happened.
Yeah. But it's good to have our leader back, and I'm gonna smack him on the back of the head.
Please.
You know,
Not-
we weren't the same group without you, Arlyn.
Clearly, I almost had no group when I came to, it seems.
Yes, but if it wasn't for
We're
me,
just like covered in bandages.
if it wasn't for me, there would be nothing left, right, everybody?
If it wasn't for
For everybody. While I
Everybody.
was asleep, I don't know what.
Rumgar comes over and he gives you a hug.
Oh, Rumgar. Hey, what happened to you, buddy?
I am still 4 horsemen. It's okay.
Of course. And I
I
look
will
around at the
always be
awkward
property.
faces. Of course, Rumgar, yes. You are.
Okay.
What happened to me in your dream?
There was a figure. It's a little hazy, but
The hazy figure.
no, my memory. I believe it loomed over you, and as it fleed, you collapsed. Something like that. It was very strange.
Okay, well, did I?
I tried.
Did I get back
You
up?
were mumbling some strange words that made no sense whatsoever. I desperately tried to get you up, and nothing.
So something was looming over me. It went away. I fell to the ground and started mumbling gibberish.
Yes.
And that's
That.
it?
Well, with you, yes.
Well, it's just a dream. It doesn't really mean anything, does it? I've
I
dreamed all the
don't
time.
know about that.
You'd be surprised.
Well, I
What do you
dream.
think?
I dream all the time.
So I look
not true.
around.
What are your dreams?
I
like?
look around to see if there's anybody except us around.
Note as everybody just kind of comes up to visit with you. Moments pass before Oz shows up beside them all. And he kind of, looking around for a moment, just notes, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to get to find them. The mornings are when their senses are the most heightened.
Okay, let's go.
Right.
Mornings. Okay.
How much for the saddles again?
The saddles are free.
We'll explain.
What happened?
We'll explain.
Yeah,
along
we'll explain.
the way.
Yeah, we have no time.
Yeah.
We've spent a lot of time in that basement.
Oz, it's been fun. Thanks for all your help. We'll come back and visit or when we're done.
Oz walks over to the produce shelf and he starts rummaging through for a moment. He says, kind of looks over to you all. Did you already get what you needed?
Yeah, the saddles. And the fruits. And you told us how to do it.
Oh, okay. Just
Oz-
making sure.
How's my net look?
What's that?
How's my net look? I put it through a jelly.
Oh no, that thing's got to be just eaten up.
gone.
Could any chance I could replace this? I show up just show them like the remainder of my net. I use that to get you guys out.
I don't have one currently on hand in stock, but it's certainly not a hard thing to come by.
Shame.
Although, I could probably make you something much nicer out of those.
Look, suppose we've got some shared trust earned between us. I think these serve a higher purpose. I think I might need them for one of our missions. If it turns out they can be repurposed, you'll be the guy I call. But
Fair enough.
All right.
Hope they are not put to waste then. Those things are useful.
As we leave, I'll make one last note. Oz, I deeply, deeply apologize for calling you a kidnapper, slave trader, to the town. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Is
No,
that what the lady outside was talking about?
I
I should have known it was
I'm sorry.
Rodrick.
I'm lying. I did mean to do that. But I'm still sorry.
As he's talking to
very good.
him, I'm going to slip
Now you
5
don't have to kill
gold
him.
onto the desk behind me and start walking away.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
The things that happen when I'm not around.
15.
I don't know how to take that in full, but I suppose a good name can only get you so far in life. I would ask that you kindly try to turn that around if possible.
I'll try my best. I can write a song about it. The good thing about reputations is they can always be shattered and rebuilt. And nobody ever cares in the long run.
Thank you, friend. At least I'm still alive. It's going to be so
It's the
fun.
spirit.
So he kind of looks over you all.
Well, I've done what I can. Next time I see you guys, hopefully there will be no giant jellies trying to eat us all, and
Giant.
we can continue on our relations as customer and merchant as usual. Thank
Sounds
you all
great.
for visiting. And remember, if you have it, chances are I want it. Try to find me some interesting stuff while you're out there, okay, guys?
You got
Okay.
it, Oz. You got it.
So,
I could do that.
which way for the Sandwalkers, I guess?
Honestly, just travel eastward, and once sun peaks, that's about the time their senses are heightened most. They're on high alert because that's also when a lot of the spiders start to roam.
Oh, cool.
Fun, yes. Well, Men?
Let's go.
Spiders?
No, it's okay. He didn't. He said
She
nothing.
said spiders?
Let's
No.
get the
Diamonds,
Sidewalker.
yes.
No, not
Men.
Spiders.
We
No,
gather.
not spiders.
And we go east.
Gotta be spiders.
Oh, okay. Bye, Az. As Rumgar just kind of shapes up with you and falls in line with the rest of the lot.
All right.
And as we're walking out the door, I go, so we like that guy now?
It's been a roller coaster. We liked him, then didn't like him, then framed him. Don't forget about that part.
Free saddles?
And then robbed him.
Accused. We accused him.
And
We
wait,
didn't frame him.
Okay, accused.
what is this
robbed.
about jellies?
We even tried to get him to
I
adopt
won't be eating
Rumgar at
any
one
for a
point.
long, long time.
What?
Rumgar is going with orcs instead.
That's right.
I'm going to be strong, and I will be stronger than 4 horsemen.
I know this is a lot of information
Yes.
happening very fast. But
Oh,
I do have a very specific thing I'd like to request of us. If I know we've only just come into some gold with Osmanthus there. I don't know what it'll cost, but if we could just hire the Waking Dawn to bring him back to some of my people, I could write out a letter. Which, out of character, I've already written. But
Nice.
Who do you trust to hire? Should we go straight to the guild leaders and have them assign someone to take him, or should we find someone ourselves? Perhaps Rodrick, maybe.
could make sense. Radix seems to have a. Well, I would like him. He's very strong. I don't know what their positions are. I think the first idea is a good idea. Whoever they think is necessary that can make that sort of trek. Anyone who's got a good ability to perhaps climb that mountain pass. I don't know.
As long as we do it quickly. We're already a day in and we've gotten nowhere.
I would like to. Ideally, if it doesn't cost too much, I'd like to hire the job,
Mm-hmm.
and if we could send him off with a bag of gold, they're going to support this child, perhaps the rest of his childhood.
Who's gold?
My part in it, I'd give up whatever portion it belongs to me
what gold are we speaking of?
from having sold the
How much?
the warg.
How much gold?
Oh, yeah. How much did we get from that?
If
I
could
don't know.
send
I
him-
didn't check your pockets. I'm pretty sure you're the one with the gold.
I look in my pocket.
It might be asking a lot, but if I could
I
send
pull
him
out
off with
10
20
gold.
to 50,
20 to 50, that should be no problem.
20 to 50 to hire a mercenary to take him.
I don't know what it'll cost to hire them. I just want to know that he's taken care of. The last time I saw any of my family, they were all rendered homeless. If they're going to take in a child, I need to know that they can.
Well, how do you know they're
Whoa,
not just
whoa,
going to
whoa,
take the
whoa,
money
whoa,
for
whoa.
themselves and leave Rumgar alone?
It's
and
my family.
defenseless.
Wait,
only-
you said we're
the
sending Rumgar to an established home with a trainer. Big Mother Green. You're sending him to a homeless encampment?
Well, my home was destroyed. I don't know where all the rest of them went, but I know
Well,
that the only person in that whole village with a low enough system of honor to ever abandon them is me. The rest of them will take him in.
We don't even know if they have a home, and we're sending it Rumgar away?
So you're going to...
You can buy a hut for a lot less than 20 to 50 gold.
I'm for it.
I show my hand. This is what I have. 10 gold.
10 gold.
Who marked in their inventory the 300 that we should have?
I have, 307.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, Calagon has our money.
Oh,
Not a good
Rumgar
move, guys.
reaches into his armor and pulls out a few pieces of gold
yeah.
and copper.
It's not bad. Those are for you.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's find a messenger first.
But, yeah, we'll find a messenger first.
Okay.
Okay,
Well then.
we'll do it quickly. The Waking Dawn is on the way out the front gate, so we'll just stop by really quick. Let me let's knock on the door. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
I guess I'll knock.
All right. As you head on over, you guys knock, and sure enough, as the door opens, we'll take a quick break.
Hey. Perfect transition. Oh man,
Glad to have you back.
that was
man.
exciting.
That was a lot.
Hopefully,
was a
hopefully
lot.
it picks up a little bit more from here, but
Let's actually get on with this.
yeah,
quest.
things are gonna be a little exciting now. But you guys have done a whole lot in the smallest places, I guess. You know, you guys have really helped this little orc child and this small village here
We need to
outside
start
of Manshire.
thinking big picture.
You guys are doing
Didn't I
great.
say,
I'm
wasn't that something I
trying.
said last time?
Hold on,
You guys
though.
understand.
I was like, we need to stop focusing on these small things and think big
But
picture.
wait,
We're supposed to be
wait.
toppling governments.
we're
Yes.
playing every
This is
side quest.
true.
That
goes
is
along.
true.
Well, we'll get back
But-
to toppling governments in about 10 minutes. Love you guys and see you soon.
See you guys.
Where do we go? I mean, what? Hi. Had to have fun with it at least once. Nobody ever allows it, you know? Everybody else gets to have fun with it. I don't ever get to have fun with it. It's about time.
Clip that, please.
Welcome back, guys. Oh, man. Listen, guys, this has been one wild adventure where mission after mission, our party seems to be getting pulled in every which direction. And the latest direction was, who knows, possibly actually the biggest, as they might have just saved the world. Hard to say at this point, but they could be the most evil group in the world who just fed into this monstrous world-eating being. But hey, they saved one rat guy, and that's very important, at least to him. So, well done, everybody. As we gather ourselves back, Arlyn now rejoining the group in full consciousness, a bit hazed from previous happenings, as throughout the night he seems to have been kind of overwhelmed in a certain sense, power now sapping energy from him regularly. As he drained the last portion of his power, he seemed to be able to get himself back under control as this fog started to lift from him. Seemingly, the more power within him, the more uncontrollable he himself was. At least for a time. We'll see how that continues on as our party now has once again set out to try to find their steeds, but of course, not without leaving Rumgar in capable hands. As they all come face to face with the Waking Dawn Guild Hall once more, with a light knock, you guys are greeted by the hulking presence of the Red Dragonborn Rodrick. Welcome back.
Hello there, Rodrick.
Hi.
What is it I can help you with this
I
time?
need someone of authority.
Speaking.
Speaking. Perfect. Do you remember Rumgar?
Kind of looks around at you all. Sure.
Okay. We require, and we are willing to pay, for the transport of this child to one of our members' home.
Easy
In
enough.
Manshire.
Not too far from here, I presume.
A
Not
level 1
technically.
mission, some would say.
Fair enough. For a basic F-tier mission, if you will, it's only 1 silver piece per mile. Now, given there's no direct throughway, it will cost a little bit more, as it'll be travel either climb or through the water, but shouldn't be too difficult. We'll hire out the twins, and they should be plenty.
The twins.
That's right.
Rowan and his sister?
No, they're not twins.
Then who are the twins?
Lane and Leanne. The two younger ladies
sang to
with the black hair.
The ones we sung to. Those that fans of my music.
I suppose so.
Well, I believe that they will actually be honored to know that the one they love the most has requested their assistance in transporting one of our own.
Kind of smiles a little. You're a fun kind of weird.
Or a weird kind of fun.
Just kind of grins a little bit. I should warn you, if there's anything specifically dangerous about the mission, we have to be warned in advance, and the payment will unfortunately be equal. If it's simply transportation, then so be it. If it's anything beyond that, which unfortunately through those waters it can be, well, then there'll be paperwork to deal with. At the very
Question.
least.
Are we paying silver a mile for each?
It is simply just for transportation at this point.
So it's not cheaper if we just take one of the twins,
Not technically.
but figuratively?
If only one of them, we could technically find a time in which I suppose it would just be one of them, but the odds are of them traveling together, it's just how they do everything, it seems like.
Okay. Just making sure we're not paying no hidden fees or anything, you know?
No.
Speaking of, I suddenly feel richer. And in a meta way, I wanted to thank Anthony for the 200 moonstones that he just tipped us.
Thank you, Anthony.
This is our first live
Oh, shoot.
tip.
That's great.
Oh, let's
With
go.
the
What a guy.
notification on chat.
What a guy, what a champ.
That's dope. That's dope.
We love you. What a
Thank you,
what a
Anthony.
guy.
Thank you,
What a
thank
guy.
you.
Absolutely.
I
killer.
wonder if we can tip 200 moonstones for this quest.
Ha ha ha. No.
I tried.
Worth a
I
shot.
really tried. I really tried.
They clean the bowl so you don't have to.
No. Rodrick is thoroughly confused by this unusual form of currency. Rodrick is only accepting silver currently.
How many silver and gold again?
I
think it's 10.
Actually, that one's just 10, yeah.
So,
That's 10 moonstones per silver.
question.
What you got?
How far is it? Again, Cleave? From here? So we can get a rough calculation.
I would totally know how far it is, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
We have a
Actually,
map.
you guys went a pretty roundabout way in relation because you guys aren't going the exact same path that they would take, being that you guys had a throughway that specifically only went down, so you wouldn't be able to travel back up that same path
Unless
So,
you
if we-
could fly.
unless you can fly.
Who do you
Which-
have that can fly?
That would be a lot more.
If we just have a roundabout idea, then I think we'll pay the extra if we have to later.
That sounds
Is there a number that I could somewhat come up with?
perfect. Give me a moment to run up top and work out the paperwork, and I'll come back to you with a solid figure.
Perfect.
good.
If I
Sounds great.
could, I'll join you. I need to write something up for the paperwork as well. I need to send him off with a letter.
I'm afraid that's not an option, as it's the guild leader's office that I need to be in.
Can I get some pen and paper anywhere?
We can wait here in the lobby.
I will lend you the appropriate tools. That's
Thank
fine.
you.
Hey, Cleave, we plan on sending him with money. Does he understand how money works?
I'm not gonna send him with any more money than what's in his pockets. The people who take him in have to receive money. That's gonna be
So we give the
either
money
with
to
the
the
courier.
twins?
Do you want to give it to with the courier? Yeah, we could.
As long as we could trust them.
As long as we can trust them.
They're your fans. Maybe you can give them the money and
Maybe you can sing them a song.
Okay.
I'll tell them that I've enclosed the amount within the letter.
And how much are we giving Rumgar?
Well, it's just what he has. What's he got? 2 gold and
No, how much are we giving
for
the
oh,
caretaker?
for them?
What do you think, Arlyn?
We don't really have much to our name.
300 gold is not too much.
said for maybe 5 gold they can rebuild the city.
What?
5 gold to rebuild the.
From where you're from.
I think the
No, it's not
saddles
that.
were
It's
like
not quite that.
400 gold for the saddles. You think you could rebuild a city.
think
Yeah,
for
but
that?
ours
that
was
was a
especially
diss.
expensive.
Well, the huts that we used to live in were made from very little, but
We're sending him to Manshire, though.
yeah,
Sending him-
I don't know where they're currently living. If I could request at the high end, I would ask for 50, but if we don't want to send that much, I
15?
understand.
50.
Oh, you said 50
50
gold.
gold.
50
Yeah, it's
gold.
crazy.
This
I'm
is-
surprised I'm still awake. I almost fainted because of the sound of that.
We could do less, and I could send further couriers in the future if we make more money. But this is the money to accept and raise as a child.
Child support.
They're definitely supporting
This is ideally
your
for
child.
essentially the rest of his life.
Orc support.
For the rest of his life. We are paying child support for the rest of his life. That is what you are requesting.
That's what I'm requesting.
And he's gonna not find a big Mama Green in Manshire. You know that, right?
Well, I sent a list of several options. At least 15 options.
Okay. Listen, you know best. I trust you. How about 15 gold? Is that too?
20 gold.
20 gold. 20 gold's good.
That could be good.
Rodrick, 20 gold.
20 gold will do.
All
I
right.
mean, what does the kid need? Food? What does food cost? 2 silver?
Yes,
It's a
but
good start.
oh, well, did you miss the part that we're sending him to?
A potentially homeless person.
The cab.
Oh.
Yes. Well, so we need to rebuild his. I feel used.
It doesn't have to be all that. It's just
Why do you say that?
what if they
Because now
they
we're
aren't
rebuilding his home.
necessarily homeless? What if they're living with someone else and then now they have to take in a child? They can't fit him. If we could just know that he's going to be housed.
20 gold's not bad to house a person. Have you ever seen any transactions?
We don't even know how much it's
Between
going to cost to
humans
take
before?
him there.
Maybe I see
Roddick
how
starts
much that
his way
costs.
back downstairs as you're all kind of going back and forth and tossing a kind of pen and paper your way. He pulls a sheet. He says, "Is this direct to Manshire proper? Within city limits?"
There is a further sort of part of the mission. Yes, it ought to be, but a part of the mission is to find whoever this is. I don't have an exact address. You have to find somebody off of. They have a lot of options. Just ask for any half orcs. There aren't many, and they'd be very easily pointed out.
This just turned into a level 2 mission.
They'd have to. It'd be the same as any others. Their goal is to go into Manshire proper and ask where they could find some half orcs, and I'll give them a list of the ones that are my family.
Oh my god. I was
Listen
hoping we
to
would
me.
tell the twins that part of the mission, not this guy.
If it is within Manshire proper, it would be about 60 miles, or 6 gold total.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
6 gold. Very
The
well.
finder's fee, however,
Oh.
comes out to
Level
an
2.
additional 10 gold
Did we not find
Finder's
you?
fee? What is the finder?
Find his people what?
for finding where we have to bring the child officially.
Oh, yes. Should have told him that part. How much?
An additional 10.
10. More than the trip.
That's right.
Hmm.
It's a quick trip otherwise.
Additional 10.
But it costs,
Technically,
it costs 10 just to ask some people where the most notable people in the whole town are.
Cleave, what if we just send him to my house, to my farm?
I couldn't ask more of them.
Well,
Well,
they
I-
could use the labor and.
I did write that as a last resort if they can't find. If it's too difficult to find my people, it will be as easy as going to Dör Farms. Very easy to find.
Well, one of my brothers could help him. He could read your letter and maybe help find the other alternatives.
yes.
That's
Send him
true.
to Dole Farms with a letter, and then your brother can help find his people.
I agree.
That
One
works.
trip to Manshire, Calagon Farm, please.
For 6
For 6
gold.
Is it called Calagon or Dör Farm?
Dör Farm.
To Dole Farm.
Is there like a sub farm? Are there farms within a
I
farm?
don't think subs grow in farms. I think you make them. with bread and stuff. It's a cattle farm. Dör farm. It's a cattle farm.
Thank you for that.
Mhm.
Fine. 6 gold. And as
Pay them.
You see 2 figures appear out of a doorway upstairs. He kind of smiles. Come on down. He kind of leans over and kind of looks down at Rumgar. He lowers his entire body to be more eye level. You're with them. And he just kind of points to the women coming from above, and they just kind of hop, skip, and jump their way down the stairs. As you can see, one of them has a lot more pep to her step and is mostly dragging the other along.
Nice.
I immediately like nudge Rodrick a little bit.
And I'm gonna give
On
Rodrick
second thought,
20 gold.
don't speak to them.
Rodrick, I'm gonna give you 20 gold to give to the twins.
20 gold.
To give to the twins for
Well, it
Rumgar.
only costs 6 gold for them to take, right? We wouldn't give the 20 gold to Rumgar?
We
Well,
don't.
we don't have to give
we-
20 gold to, I guess, our family. But you can put in the note that the 20 gold is for whoever they take them to.
Do you want to send any back to your family? With you?
No, they don't. Are they in need of money?
They were struggling a bit when we left, but hopefully the meat exchange changed. But
Wait, so your family was struggling and then you just decided to up and leave them on an
Well, we went off
adventurous
to-
dream?
to find meats, remember we told you all when you came to pick us up? We were
Sound just
trying
like
to-
Nile.
What would you do if a dragon told
Wow.
you to, oh, never mind.
Nile.
2 birds of a feather, eh?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Very well.
20 gold for your family. 2 gold for your family.
20 gold for Rumgar's family, yeah. Or whoever that ends up being. And then, yeah, 2 gold, sure.
For Dör
Well,
farms.
actually, since
Just like
we
Nile.
got 300, that's... I don't know what the math is, but I'm probably entitled to a little bit.
Something like 75, is that right? Is that the amount?
Yeah, but I'm not going to give him that much. We'll do, I'll just give him 10 gold
Yeah,
on
then
top
give
of
them
the
finder's
20.
fee. That's
There you go.
Basically, the
So-
finder's fee goes within the family. That's better.
Nice.
So 30 gold I'm giving you to give to...
Okay. Okay.
To the twins.
Thank you. I'll talk to them.
You walk over with
God, that was a bad
coin in
idea.
hand, and you can see as Radek is just standing between you and them.
Lady.
Not a chance.
Ladies.
Puts his hand out. I can hand them the remainder. The additional, or the starter rather, goes to the guild to be divided later.
Oh, so we pay you and then you pay them.
That is correct.
Okay, well, I'd pay you.
That is
Don't worry
interesting.
about what he's got.
Fair enough. He takes the
I'm-
coin.
I much prefer a system that I can pay directly
He
to
just
who
looks.
I want to pay.
Ladies, do not speak to him.
Okay.
He
So
has
they're his
a
fans.
strange reputation.
Okay.
That is true,
He
but they
has a
like
rapport
his
with
singing.
him already. They know him.
Yeah, they know me. They know my name.
We're
You know my name,
friends.
right?
He just kind of looks down at them as he walks past them, clearly now ignoring everything after getting the money. And they just kind of. You see one of them, like,
So he
gives
took
like
the
a
money.
light
Did
little
he
nod.
walk away?
Yeah, he walked off.
I'm gonna walk up to them.
Rodrick.
Hey, girls.
Hey, girls.
They kind of look over, and you see as one of them with like a like almost like deadpan look to her face, just kind of looks over and reaches her hand out to Rumgar.
Thank you for the favor.
And sure enough, yeah, he goes up, grabs her hand, and he looks to you all, and he says,
I will be so strong.
Oh man, I'm gonna sit down next to him. I can't make more good berries. I forgot. This happened too fast.
Rumgar, it was good
Neil.
knowing you.
Let's see.
You're in good hands.
I will see you soon.
Yes.
We will see you.
We will see you
I
again.
want you to take with you one more torch. I pass him one other torch.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a bit of food. And when I see you again, I'm going to give you so many good berries.
Rumgar, you're going to meet my family. And they will be good to you, but I think if you get to know Guam a little bit, he will be more close. He'll
Guam.
probably help you a
Okay.
little bit more than the rest.
I will. And
And a fair warning,
was in
if
response.
you did not understand, this is Calagon's family for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
They look like Calagon.
Mm-hmm.
dragons.
You know,
Behave.
things we did.
Be nice to them
We totally
because they're gonna help you find my family.
Okay.
They're the ones that can help you find my family. If you're not nice to them, then you won't go to my family.
We're friends, right?
They'll give you great food.
Guam makes
Okay.
delicious drinks that make you strong, right? Is that Guam?
Oh, yes.
I have no idea what he makes, but they're really creative, and he's a cool guy. So,
How long does it take to get a bastion?
the same amount that it takes to get to the center of a candy pop.
Okay.
Have you ever had a candy pop?
Does Guam have that? Does he?
Yeah,
make,
just
he
ask him
makes,
for one. He'll give you one.
Okay. I will find out then.
Okay.
Promise you, the second we have a
Saying
bastion,
the world will
we'll
never
come
know
back
is
for you.
ours.
Yes, we will come back for you, and you will
Or
be
three.
back with us.
Or three.
Promise. And
Okay.
you, ladies, you'll do me the favor, and you'll keep him safe, won't you?
You watch as one of them just kind of pulls at his hand and starts like walking him out the door, and the other just kind of pauses for a moment, and she just
Did you give her the money?
I was about to, but they looked the other way.
Go give her the money.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, how you doing?
Rodrick.
Give me a second. Can I whisper in your ear? Okay. I get him really close. I say, I'm gonna slip something into your back pocket.
No!
This is strictly for Rumgar. Deliver it to the family along with this note inside this envelope. Can you do that for me?
you note that she just like covers her back pocket and then puts a hand out.
I slip it into her other back pocket.
Sleight of hand check.
Commitment. Commitment.
10?
Roll again.
Oh!
I like the tiebreaker rolls. I like those.
7?
Okay. As you kind of reach for it, you notice that she kind of like shifts her elbow as though to be like stop, don't do that. And as she kind of motions down towards her hand, not paying enough attention to the other side, she seems to look back up just as you reach your hand back towards your own pocket, seemingly unnoticed.
Oh, so I did?
Yep.
Perfect. Beautiful.
I'm gonna walk over to the other twin and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna slip something onto your back. And I want to unhook from my backpack. I imagine I just have like a rope just like tying them all together. I have like 8 bows that I've just been carrying around, just clangling on my back. I want to give a short bow. This is strictly for Rumgar and his family. I want him to grow and learn to use this.
She kind of leans her pack towards you, allows you to attach to the rest of her equipment.
I'll give that and shoot
Gives a
arrows, I
light
guess.
nod. And you hear her just as she calls her sister to her, and with a light nod and quick skip, she just kind of hops her way out and prances on over to her sister. And you can see as Rumgar, now being held hand in hand, just like over his head, both hands, as he walks off trying to be strong, you can see in his face that he's just watching you all and not looking anywhere as he just kind of drags along forward. But going with the girls.
He's so strong. I just want to try to like the stage whisper so that he hears as if I'm trying not to be heard. He's so strong. He's leaving us behind. We're weak. We'll get there.
One day we'll be at his level. You know, it's hard and sad. The way I leave people speechless. It's as if they can't even talk to me when I'm trying to talk to them. It makes me feel
Powerful.
forgotten.
All right, men. East.
As you guys all step now
East.
out of the door, you can see where they had vanished around the corner. They now reappear. But both kind of standing upright and holding onto the edges of the wooden kind of barrier, if you will, of a two-person chariot. As one of them, you can see just and you can see these two horses just take off, and the girls with Rumgar just start barreling through the streets and out of the gates, as you can see Rumgar just kind of seated between them, just looking back at you all. And he just gives a little wave.
As we're waving, I'm going to say, something just waking dawned on me. Could we not have paid somebody to give us a ride to Grok this whole time?
Well, we have to get the... Good point.
Yes, but then we would still be the 4 horseless men. I think this is our responsibility and part of our calling.
We already have the saddles.
Fair.
Yeah.
For free, might I add.
But there are spiders, though. So maybe we should ask and see how much it costs to take a...
Calagon,
No, I'm just saying. If
are
we
you
could just-
strong?
Yeah, I'm Rumgar. Why?
They're just spiders.
Okay, sure. Just spiders.
As the
You tell me
reddened
you guys
sky
took on an
flashes,
ooze.
you see now as the entire sky looks like it's ablaze, and you can start seeing where the rolling clouds now are each showing different rays of light coming through from far off in the horizon.
Oh, no.
You can see that it is now starting a new day.
Lovely.
But they're out in the early morning, right?
Yeah,
not the,
right.
not the. Okay. We gotta go. We gotta go.
All right, let's
It's
run.
time to go.
So are we running
Yeah,
into
I'm
the
gonna physically
desert?
start running.
Seems like it.
All right.
I would like for everybody here to make a survival check for me.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Desert time, baby.
Desert.
I would like to finally use the inspiration that I kept trying to use. That we
Did
never
you
got
ever
a chance
use
to.
it?
No, I kept trying to do it, and then like it kept turning out that I was already doing fine.
Nice. Okay.
This is the one. I'm gonna mark it
20.
off. It is gone forever.
Two.
Wow. Okay.
It was a natural one before, I
Constitution
needed that.
saving?
And I'm good at the
Set
This
survival
is a
check.
survival check. Survival check.
Oh, survival check. Survival. 15.
15.
15 and 15.
6.
Huh.
Okay. Very good. So you guys make your way out into the desert. Everything seems fine enough generally to you lot. Rodrick, you catch a glimpse as you guys start making it just about an hour out into your trek. Some wild winds catching fairly far northeast. However, with it you take just a moment to think about the environment that you're in. And you realize that the odds of a sandstorm erupting are quite high here. Given the winds, it's definitely best you travel quickly and get somewhere safe, within the next few hours presumably. But you all start your journey towards what as Oz had instructed you to do, and feeling comfortable enough, you seem to be well off enough to find a place where you seem settled in. No spider attacks just yet. And you start pulling apart at these fruit and slowly squeezing portions into the sands. I would like each of you now to roll, I'll say an animal handling check, actually.
Ooh, lovely. I'm actually decent with this.
9.
Quattro.
17.
23.
Hey.
Okay. It takes some time and you guys go through your fruit, but slowly kind of trailing them through to try to kind of weave out patterns similar to what you'd kind of taken in given the wind, but as well as seeing now the patterns of movement within sands where animals seem to follow most closely. Cleave and Arlyn, you start to find your way nearer and nearer, and you start to watch as the sands around you begin to shift, all branching out in different directions. You find yourselves directly on hard ground in the middle of the sands. And as you start juicing these fruits down into the desert sands, you can feel as the earth now begins to shift below your feet. And over time,
You feel
just
that?
slowly start to see the movement as this jaw appears from underneath and just starts reaching up, and immediately just
I think we found one.
you can see now this kind of tough, almost beak of this beady-eyed creature. Long, tan neck. These kind of almost like tendrils pull it back from the front of its jaw, reaching backwards, as it kind of just looks your way with these deep, like blackened eyes. It just looks to you as it just.
Ah, look at you. You're a new one to me.
How did Oz say to do this again?
Well, we've got their attention. We just gotta coax them a little bit higher out. And we should just be able to saddle him, wrangle him.
Is that right? I don't know. I'm just making it up, but
Give it a go.
Oh man, I knew we should have wrote
handle
it down.
some animals again.
Yes, sir. One more time for me.
One more time.
One more time.
This
That's
will
10.
be just for one. And Arlyn, please roll one more animal handling check if you yourself would like to be the one to try to get the saddle on it.
Definitely.
Wait, maybe we should be helping each other one at a time.
True. But I already rolled, I guess. 13.
13. Okay.
Next
As
time.
you both start kind of reaching it up and over, you note that they're singularly minded and clearly just like wrestling with the idea of like they just want to eat. It takes a bit, but Joel, you note that your sandwalker is notably bothered by you as you're trying to get the saddle on it while trying to kind of still feed it and kind of lure it out. It's mostly just getting upset over the fact that it's not getting to finish its meal immediately. You
You'll
do get it
there.
around it, but clearly with a little bit of struggle, and yours just doesn't seem as pleased with you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, we're gonna want to do those with 2 people per for the next ones.
Rodrick.
My reach isn't what
Yes.
Arlyn's is.
Let's try.
Alrighty. Well,
Wait.
what are you guys trying for?
I'm gonna try to get one.
Animal handling.
They're already harnessed. They're
Oh,
plenty fine.
There was just 2.
They're good. Yeah, there was just the 2 that appeared, unfortunately, as
That's a shame. You gotta
the first time around. Yeah.
Finally.
Well then. Do we have 2 mounts
All right.
now?
Well, let's give these ones a try. See
That's-
how it is riding these ones around.
I'll take this one.
All right. How do they respond to it? What is the deal? You kind of like carry it on a stick with the fruit?
Essentially, largely, you note that actually trying to train them up properly is going to take some time. I think I've mentioned this previously, but it takes like, just for like a horse, it's like 4 to 6 weeks to break in, and that's outside of like combat. So clearly, these creatures are still wild. They're not broken in any way, shape, or form. They're not especially trained,
Perfect.
but
Just like us.
they'll go whatever way you seem to send them in with the fruit for the time being.
Exactly like us. Let's go.
We'll bring them back to ours, and we'll get us sleep because we will need that. But let's see if we can coax a few more out.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need 4. We're not the 2 horsemen.
Given the fruit having juiced a good portion of theirs, you guys have enough to continue the journey with these creatures kind of carrot and sticking them, or you can use up the remainder to try to, coax 2 more into coming out. It's one or the other, given the
So
usage.
Only
currently.
one person can ride it, though.
Not technically. You can put 2 to a mount.
What do you think, fellas?
I want my own.
Can you create this smell? Can you make smells, or just sights and sounds?
No, I can make the smell.
Maybe we could attract some more with just the smell of this. If you can copy this.
I can make a smell.
Can I
You can
see
make
it?
It says an odd odor, but does that count?
It does count. You
We
guys
can all
know it
make
would
an
be very
auto.
limited in range.
Okay.
You can press it digitate though. Yeah.
Makes it smell like fart.
It just says an odd odor. I don't know. Puff of wind, odd odor. Yeah, pretty
Right.
much. A
Are you
fart.
guys gonna try to use up the remainder of your dragon fruit to lure them out?
why don't we test
I'm
this
gonna try to
first?
create the odor.
Yeah,
Odor.
let's try the ones that we're riding.
That's great
Put the
point.
odor ahead of us and see if it follows.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Make an animal handling check at advantage.
I'm gonna also try with mine too. So
Yeah, go for it, because you guys
They have
can
two
have them
different sources
helping
of people
out.
that can do
Yeah.
it.
and maybe they can follow each other like a herd. 17.
17, okay, and
22.
22. Yeah, without fail, it definitely seems to be enough to at least lure them in that direction while close by. For those of you who know, the range isn't exceptional and would be hard to kind of lure others out, but guiding them, it seems to do the trick.
Great.
So we'll use
That's
the
what we
fruit
need.
to lure it out, and then we can use the smell
drive them through.
to move them around.
Okay, let's do it.
Very resourceful men.
Will they be right next to the ones we just got, or should we move somewhere else?
We should see.
Well, why don't you two hold on to the ones that we have? Get on the saddles. That should keep them in place. And we'll go ahead
Continue
and,
searching.
And, yeah, give it another try. Catching a couple more.
Okay.
I think
Yes,
you have
no.
better
We need to
chances than
find stiff ground.
This one's your own, Rodrick, and I'll hold on to this one.
Thank you. Can I get on it?
Yeah, for sure. You can see that these saddles are no joke. They've got a few different options, mounting at different heights even, depending on the creature that's intended to mount this,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
this
Okay, so
animal.
I'm gonna hop on
That's
it.
why they were so expensive.
Whoa! Whoa!
I'll help him onto it. Hold on. Steady, yeah.
I'm gonna just hold mine.
I had a bit of trouble grabbing onto my first one. If you want to just sort of team up the next time.
Hearing
That
that,
is kinda what I
Barry, you
meant
can
based on
feel the scratches at your back as he kind of claws in, digging into your spine for a moment.
Okay, fine. Let me get on. Jeez. I'm gonna hop on.
Okay. As you hop on, go ahead and make one more animal handling check for me, Joel and Manny.
Can
So we both
I
roll, and we'll use my
give-
modifier.
Can I give him advantage?
You can help him the first time around, trying to make sure that you space it evenly.
How good is your
Check.
animal handling?
+4.
Air.
I assume yes. Okay.
All right, yeah,
doing
go
that.
ahead and roll at advantage, Joel.
Just me roll advantage. I feel like it's fun. Come on, you and me. One and one.
Were we both rolling at advantage?
Just helping each other
No, we're
separately.
both rolling. That's the advantage. I just want it thematically to. We're in this together.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Are we
saying?
both
All right,
rolling advantage
I rolled
at
a
least?
6.
Yeah, you guys are both rolling advantage.
Got it.
Okay, I'm missing the. All right, it's all right. It's fine. All right.
Wow. Double twos.
4.
Wow.
4.
18.
Okay.
Much better.
Yes.
Luckily, you guys have a resident animal expert, seemingly, and
Yes,
just
that's
tracking
his
the normal
purpose.
patterns.
I'm sorry.
of-
Hold up. Sorry, I know you're in the middle.
It wouldn't have been enough regardless.
Well, it would have, because if we had done it, what I was trying to say to do, like I was saying, we do the, like he rolls one, I roll one, and that's the advantage for the first round. Then he rolls one, I roll one, that's the advantage for the second round.
Oh.
So what I got was a 10 and a 10 and an 18.
That is nice. It definitely was not communicated well.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. I thought that was
Better than 4.
But then I got confused when both of you started rolling at advantage.
That's why, yeah, when he said both at advantage, I was like,
I'm
that's
not
not what
a
I'm
huge
trying
fan
to say.
of kind of dialing it back in essence, but I am a huge fan of letting the dice decide. So, Nick, I would like for you to roll a d20, 11 or higher.
Of course.
And we'll
'cause
allow
I've been
it.
rolling
Can he use
so bad.
He will use
The
nothing.
magic 8 ball.
He will use his dice. That is all.
He's been rolling under 10 this entire session.
Incredible.
He got a 15 on the one that
As
he
you
couldn't use.
guys
I know, right?
excitedly now take off on your 3 mounts.
Hey! It worked!
No, it didn't work.
Oh,
It's
3.
final,
We
huh?
would have had 4
Oh, that's
mounts.
right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, my bad.
Completely out of juice. You guys now head on westward,
I tried.
deep into the desert, avoiding the sands. Please tell me, how fast would you like to travel, and where exactly are you going to? Are you going to go just beeline it directly towards the mission objective
Oh,
site?
no way.
Or are you stopping off?
We're going straight to Grokt.
We're all pretty much dead. Are you guys not? Did you guys get like roll really well on your
I
short
only
rest?
got arcane
I
recovery.
didn't get hit one time.
Oh well.
This guy's
there's that.
unstoppable.
I didn't get to rest. That's great.
So
Yeah,
definitely find
I
a
thought we
place.
were gonna full on long rest as soon as we got these things. I just wanted to come back, drop them off at Oz, go to sleep.
But we're gonna drop them off at Oz, but we still got to take them to go to Grokt. Unless we
Well, drop them off
unless
at
we
Oz
hitch a ride.
if he has any kind of like training tips or anything like that.
I guess we leave him at Oz and then hitch a ride to Grokt after we sleep. I think we need to get to
We
Grokt.
could just pay for the like you said, yeah, that might be more efficient.
because
trying to ride
it's going to take
untrained.
weeks to train these things. So
That
we
makes
can
sense.
leave them being trained, and then we'll have ways to trek across the desert ourselves.
Yeah.
But we need to get to Grokt.
Still
Yeah, that
only
makes sense to
3.
me.
Maybe Oz can grab one too while we're gone.
No,
So
but we
make it
have
4.
3 and a warg.
And a what?
We sold
no,
him the work.
you sold the warg. That's how you got the 300 gold.
But
Yeah,
still, if when we come back we want to catch another one, that's fine.
He doesn't
won't be in
want
a
to let
rush.
us use the warg.
You can always ask.
It's probably trained by now. It's been like one
He's
day.
been a little busy. He's been a little busy in the last.
It's
He
been
was
one
9
already
hours.
ridden.
It's been a few hours and he was dying during that time. He was like being melted by a gelatinous.
All right, so you guys are gonna try to head back into town, drop him off with Oz for a second, and then
sleep
just
during the day.
stay at the inn and then
yeah, get a little sleep.
head back out.
Night.
Okay, so what time are you trying to head back out?
Nightfall, right?
I don't know if we need that long.
Are we gonna still keep working the night shift like for the rest of our lives?
We'll see how it goes, man. We're adventurous now.
I
But
mean,
we
so
are going through the
moonlight?
desert, so
if
that's
the
what I'm
sun if
thinking.
the sun just rose, it's like 6-7 a.m. You know. We
No,
go-
he said
we
when
go
the
back.
sun is hottest, right?
They travel at the break of dawn.
They travel at
So
the
that's
break
when
of
you
dawn.
guys were able to get them easiest because that's when they're already maneuvering.
Okay.
But you guys did hear that there are also other things traveling around that time as well.
Okay, cool. Have we tried catching a spider maybe and hitching a ride on one of those?
No, let's not. Let's not.
That sounds like a good time. That could be
How
pretty.
about we go eat some breakfast, take a nap, and then we'll just head out after we're done sleeping.
Whatever Calagon says. I
Okay, you guys focus on.
am hurt this time.
You guys focus on sleeping. I can
need
stay
it,
awake a
though.
little bit longer, and I'll go and.
No offense, Rodrick. I don't know if I want you alone roaming around the city.
I'm just gonna speak to the
You
to the
don't
Waking
have
Dawn
many
to get a ride.
friends.
Yes, I know. It's because I choose to not be friends with my fans.
Okay.
Well reasoned. Well reasoned.
Something about that seems inappropriate, Calagon, for you to even think I would do anything like that. Is crazy. But I can speak to the Waking Dawn and get us a ride to Grokt.
Okay. I'm going to sleep.
You guys go ahead and mark off a total of, I suppose, 1 silver each, given you guys would need 2 rooms. Beyond that, it
Wait,
is
Oz is
without
charging
fail
us?
that no, this is for the inn. So for you to have actual breakfast and a place
Okay.
to stay, that
Which
is
inn?
How much
restful
silver?
enough.
I'm sorry. You said 2? Yeah, good point.
Come on,
right?
Tristan. Which inn are we going
Well,
to?
Lydell Inn seems to be the only one in the village currently.
One each.
Just one.
2 silver? 1 silver?
Ooh, roll percentage for me.
How many silver?
Percentage?
One per person.
Eek. Okay. Come on. Give me something good. 39?
Okay. You guys are greeted by a strong-looking young gentleman. A kind of open white shirt up past the center of the chest that kind of spreads to. Ooh, God bless you. To this collar that kind of just shoots out all the way to the shoulder. Very strong build. You can see that he clearly works his chest a lot, and over time you get the impression that
That's
this
her
is
husband.
Kara's husband.
Oh, yeah.
While interesting to see the other half, it is also quite relieving to not have to deal so directly with Kara given the current circumstances.
Huh. So 39 was good. Okay. Can we get a room for the night?
Easily done, yeah.
What?
Two silver per room, and each room we can house 2 beds, meaning 2 people.
That's good. Here it is.
Fantastic. Takes it. He kind of sends you off. He says, "Last 2 in the hall, and you guys are good to go. Don't knock on anything prior, and leave the people at peace, and you're good to go."
You know what? Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah. Remind me, have you guys stayed with us before?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. If you could, there should be a sign-up form in the rooms. Just leave your name there. We're testing a new system, given some weirdos recently, so just
No problem.
sign in there. If you could, just when you get a chance, slide it back under the door, and we'll be good.
Okay. Are we allowed to sign as a guild?
To my knowledge, there's no competing guilds within the village limits. I would be very careful
Well,
about
actually,
that.
not as a guild. I'm sorry, as a party. As a party.
Party, yes.
I suppose you could mark off as a party for both. Yes, that's
Perfect.
fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Pleasure
As
doing.
long as you guys are officially registered. And he
You
reaches a
are-
hand out and
Wonderful.
shakes your hand.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna start walking, and as we're walking, I'm gonna tell you guys. So glad she didn't let me tell her our name.
That's right. That was the whole plot point.
So crazy.
Oh, full circle.
Getting to rest up for the night. Are there any particulars that you guys would like to note?
Well, I wanted to be as they start resting up, because I don't need a full rest.
Yeah, you're fine.
I wanted to run over to the Waking Dawn and just see if I can negotiate a hitched ride for the morning.
Okay.
Or it's not really the morning, I guess. We're going to sleep until nightfall, so.
And
Cool.
I would like to begin creating my first healing potion.
Ooh.
We'll talk
Incredible.
about that details
Yeah,
later.
yeah, for sure. All right. As we kind of work out the specifics, you'll definitely have to go back and forth with Oz specifically, being that this is still all new to you,
Yeah.
and there's some amount of training, and you realize that
Well, no, I'm proficient in these.
you are proficient,
I've
but
done
you
it before.
don't have all of the tools necessary, and he is the great curator of
Yeah,
things.
for sure.
So, in addition to having that, it's one thing to learn something and kind of experiment. It's another to have somebody else who's well versed in that practice already. And so he offers his help, not only helping gather the materials, but kind of guiding you and making sure that nothing explodes along the way.
True.
On your end, as he brings the mounts with him, starting towards his potions, you're able to meet back up with Radek, who seems to be kind of a voice of the guild, at least for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess simply put, he'll note that due to the dangers of the desert, the costs are going to be a little bit higher, and that you would be guided by someone. They do not rent out mounts themselves, as they're not a shop nor a rental depot. However, they are more than happy to allow for kind of a guardian, an escort, if you will, to guide you along your travels and to get you from point A to point B.
Okay, cool. And they come with a cart, I'm assuming?
Yes, well, depending on the traveling fee. If you require a cart, it would be a little bit of an increase.
What's the increase?
Everything's based on mileage.
Okay, how
And
far
it's
is
through
Grok?
the desert, which is not
Grokt is
a
about,
trail.
given what they tell you from this, it's close to 300 miles.
300 miles.
Yep.
Through the desert.
Through
That
the
is
desert.
correct.
And what is the fee with a cart for 300 miles?
If you
Per
remember,
mile.
it is typically 1 silver without any travel, like dangers rather. It's 1 gold with the carded defense
Per mile.
Per mile?
Per mile.
per mile.
300 gold.
That's right.
300 gold to go to Grokt.
Correct.
Suddenly, I like to walk.
That's a lot.
Is that really it? We paid so much less for them to take Rumgar.
Yeah.
You sent him essentially without defenses.
What?
We don't need
We
the
don't need defenses.
defenses.
Yeah, the defenses.
Yeah, we don't
just
need
ignore
defenses.
the
Wait,
defenses.
can we go with a cart with no defense?
Not through the desert, because it is just a much more dangerous terrain, and so they cannot send somebody who would not be capable of defending themselves.
So Manshire didn't require defense. You don't need to go through the desert to get to Manshire.
You do not need to go to the desert to get to Manshire. No, you can go southward and hit the waters. It is a direct path to Manshire, and as long as they have a safe route back from Manshire, they're good to go. Given the travels with Nile, you take it that they might have a way back through.
Okay. So, okay, well, we can't afford this. Is there a discount?
You can try to go part of the way. You can perhaps
It's
try to
300
sell some stuff off, but otherwise it's going to be 300 gold to get
So
you all the way to
what?
Gracht.
I've got a lot of weapons and
just
armor.
to get us there.
Just to get us there. Yeah, it's not even getting us back. How do we even get back? What are we going to convince orcs to let us come back?
I don't know. Maybe we got to do it ourselves.
I think
I'm sleeping. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
If we
I'm not there.
can, if we can, you mean to tell me costs 300 gold to get across the desert to get to Gracht, and what are we supposed to do on our way back?
Make some money.
You want us to make money in a town full of orc? Me, with these ears.
Listen, you did great singing to a town of dead orcs previously. Best of luck.
Oh, whoa.
You got this.
Yes, but we can't.
I'm pretty sure Rodrick can do anything.
Okay. What? Okay, we've recently started to work with the Vindrel dynasty. There must be some kind of a discount for parties affiliated with the Vindrel dynasty.
Rodrick notes, they have their own means of travel.
Oh, is
None around here.
Evandil here?
Not for some time. He said he'd be back in about 6 days, 5 days, something like that.
What do exotic spices go for around here?
Oh, great.
Are you asking?
I think you're still at Oz.
All right.
I'm with Oz?
I think so.
Yeah,
you
we're
were.
all-
Physically
you'd-
with Oz?
Yeah, you would be with
You're
Oz while
training with Oz.
he's at
Oh,
the
you're doing the one.
guild.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
with the
working
Waking
things out
Dawn.
in a different way.
This is what it feels like to get snuck up on. I should stop doing that.
Now you know what it feels like. It's like,
Arlyn!
whoa, what are you doing here? Oh no.
So you're just trying to look for potion supplies and whatnot?
You know, I probably will try to sell some stuff to Oz. Actually, like I've got 3 long swords and 3 long bows that nobody can use. I got a short bow. I got
Okay.
2 great clubs, 2 clubs, 19 bags of exotic spice.
Dude, I promise you, he's gonna be like 1 copper for each of those things.
Yeah, we'll deal with your GameStop transaction later. We'll work out the specifics of what you do and don't get.
Well, okay.
Games.
I don't. Maybe this is another side questy thing. Oh no, wait, we burned it down. I was gonna say we could go and like collect all those pots of exotic spice if that's worth a lot.
Would have been great.
That
Would
would've
have
been
been
its
great to
own
have a
mission.
whole fortress just waiting for you guys in the desert.
Yeah, we burned it down. That was us. That
They
was
blew
our
it up. For those of you guys who
We
are just
burned
joining
it
a little
down.
late in the journey, they
burned it
blew
down.
up an entire stronghold in the desert.
I thought it was a great idea.
It
at the
was
time,
worth it.
actually.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was
It was
kind of
worth
cool.
it.
It had its merits.
I think we would have
It
died.
probably got us our lives. Yeah, probably.
Alrighty. Yeah, throughout the conversation, you know that Radek doesn't seem to be the person in charge. He's just the mouthpiece at the current moment. And he says, like, these are our rates. If you so choose to follow them, then great. If not, good luck.
Okay. I guess good luck it is.
We can get you part of the way, if that's what you so choose.
And then 150 miles the rest of the way. We would have to just figure it out. Any carts for rental around here, maybe?
It's the same answer I'm going to give you every time.
Osmanthus.
Osmanthus.
Well, thankfully for us, we're well acquainted now. Okay. Well, thanks for doing business with us.
It was a great pleasure, and please stop whispering in people's ears.
I won't.
So you whisper and vanish out of the door. Are you also going to be joining Oz to try to figure
I am
out?
going to go talk to Oz now.
Okay.
I have to find it. I have to negotiate something for us while we're sleeping.
Do you have any specific mount requests for him?
Mount requests
That's right.
for Oz.
That's correct.
Like if he has mounts that we could take.
Or yeah,
Well, it just
find
needs to
or
be a
what have
cart.
you. Just a cart for attaching the 3 previous mounts to?
Well, no, a cart to attach a. I think one horse can probably take the 4 of us, right?
Yeah, isn't Grokt through the desert though?
It is through the desert.
Yeah. So we
So
need one
horses
sandwalker.
don't travel too well through there. So,
So
yeah.
we need one sandwalk. Oh, the warg might be able to take. No, you can't mount. You can't put a warg on a cart.
We could just swap out the saddles.
God bless you.
And maybe even one sandwalker, bless you. And we'll just have like maybe 2 sandwalkers carry a cart if that's tradable.
And I guess we can lead them with the smell,
Why can't we
yeah,
just
that's true.
Why can't we just
ride them
ride
with the
them?
smell?
right?
Well, the thing is,
You
the
could, you can,
smell-
again, you can put 2 people on one sandwalker.
Yes.
Yeah, and then me and Calagon just lead the way and make them smell.
But the thing is, if anything were to happen where we need to use our abilities elsewhere, the smell will be gone, and Lord knows where the sandwalkers will
Oh, go rap. You're.
Well, why don't we just ask
Tie him to the ground.
Oz?
tie 'em
he
to the
knows
ground.
these creatures. We'll just ask him what.
Oh yeah, those things will wander like crazy. They will absolutely go finding the next like slime or fruit to eat.
Well,
They just like to kind of stay hydrated and then hide away most of their lives.
so what does it take for you to break them in?
It takes a while, honestly.
What-
It does take some.
What
time.
if we just put some fruit in our back pockets? Will they just kind of stick near us?
I mean, the fruit are pretty cheap, I guess, all in all. If you wanted to just keep going, I could just send you off with a bundle of fruit for like 10 gold.
Yeah, 10 gold. We get fruit. We leave certain fruits in our pockets, so that we always have them available and they always smell.
I mean, you guys did pretty
In all
good
directions.
in a pretty short amount of time. You guys shouldn't require too much, but I like your carrot and stick idea. Like, it seems to do pretty well with them. I could honestly probably rig something to do just that with the fruit if you'd like.
The stick
That's right.
to put a fruit in front of them as they walk.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
They might
Okay.
eat
right there.
each
Sorry.
other's. It would be a lot more helpful if they were actually on a cart so that they don't just like cross paths and eat each other's fruits.
Mm.
But otherwise, I mean, yeah, it should work.
Do you have a cart available?
I could get one settled pretty soon.
Okay. How much?
For a cart itself, carts can be kind of pricey. It really depends on the type. You'd probably need like an actual sand glider around here, and those are a little bit weirder. Most of the orcs like to raid and take those along with their weirdo goblin friends.
So we could probably find one in Grokt and just bring it back.
Oh, for sure. If you wanted to just like kill some orcs or goblins or something like that and take their stuff, yeah, sure.
No killing needed.
No, I mean, I don't know. Guild members around here, they actually just will like collect different things from different creatures sometimes, and it really kind of varies. But I mean, usually it's for like a mission of some sort or something. But if you just wanted like a regular old carriage, it would be like 100 gold. But those ones are a little bit harder to come by. So even at my best, I could maybe give it to you guys for 200.
What is it with everything being so damn expensive?
We aren't in the city. Yeah.
Let's do it the old school way.
Yeah.
Figure it out as we go.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just do that.
How'd you
4
get to
guys
Oz,
on
Calagon?
3 sandwalkers, and
I thought we were at the tavern.
it's gonna be a little weird. One of you guys,
Thought we were at
two
the
of you
tavern.
guys are gonna have to share one, you know.
No, he came back.
But then-
We're talking.
That's
to
fine.
Oz.
We only need. Well, we only need 2.
Oh, we're
Wait a
Oz is
minute.
the
Wait. So
merchant.
the thing that always gets robbed, the sand
Sorry.
glider, is that more expensive than a?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's not like around here directly, but
It's not like a sled. or
it's
something?
kind of
I
like a
don't know.
sled.
I think
Oh,
we're.
it is like a sled.
Yeah, it's got like springs and things to kind of help it glide up and down the
Well, I think we're
sands.
less likely to get
Santa
robbed
Claus.
if we just ride the sandwalkers.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense actually. It's pretty accurate. Just be careful. Once they drop down to the ground, chances are either there's a creature that they can sense around, or the sands are about to overtake everything, and you guys could die soon. So I would definitely
What are we
seek
doing,
shelter.
dude? What are we
If they just like suddenly drop to the floor and you can only see like their back sticking out and it's like a little hard shell left, yeah, might want to run.
Do you have gas masks for the sandstorms?
You mean to tell us that it's a viable survival move to hide most of your body, and except for your head, in the sand?
Oh my god. That is so crazy.
Oh my goodness! Guys, that's a callback to like episode 1 or 2.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rodrick, you were on to something. Your survival
okay, that was like
instincts.
episode 4 or something.
Yeah, we were in the desert
5,
already.
yeah.
We
We
were-
were coming back from the
wasn't like
stronghold.
too crazy.
Coming back
Um,
from the stronghold.
But he notes, he's like, I don't know if that's the best way to go given just like survivability, but it could technically keep your bodies a lot like cooler. So I mean, yeah, largely if it's just your head out there, you would just need to find a way to mask yourself and be able to still breathe. Can
So-
be unbearable out there.
So masks. So we need 2 sandwalkers and 4 masks.
I suppose you guys shouldn't have seen that, but given the fact that you were in my bedroom, just listen, try to hide my gear, okay? It's a little unusual around here. 30 gold a mask, and I can kind of separate by all means.
Okay. I think 30 gold a mask is a worthwhile investment. We're going to use them a lot. Cleave.
I'll follow your lead.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go wake up the other guys.
Good luck with your masks, and
You need 30 gold.
they should serve you well. Again,
Oh.
guys, these things are not usual around here.
Okay. Our money is with Calagon. He's sleeping back at the inn.
That's fine.
Now, we do plan on leaving pretty late at night. You might be closed. Do you mind if we just take the masks and we promise to pay you after? You do have
I'll
one
just-
of our other sandwalkers.
That's
That's
fine,
clever.
collateral. That works.
Okay.
So these are like sandstorm masks?
Well, they do a few things actually. They may also help with some of the experimentation. I would definitely wear that while making potions.
Oh, okay. Oh, what do they do?
They're filters.
They feel...
They just allow us to breathe in whatever conditions.
So it's not just like a rag I'm putting over my face for 30 gold?
Oh no, they're a little bit more than that. But again, please do not wear them as soon as you see people, basically, and never tell people where you got them.
Quick question. The portion of the mask that you breathe into, does it flip?
Not technically. Why?
If we were to dig ourselves underground, can we flip it and leave a little spout above sand so we can breathe while we're underground?
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. All you have to do is just kind of face upward, and you should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't dig yourself too deep.
I've already dug myself in a very deep hole.
Yeah. Yes.
I am traveling 300 miles to the desert tomorrow. So.
Fair enough. Well, again, thank you all so much for your support, I suppose, of my up and coming shop, and hopefully next time I see you, you'll just see constant progress as I've got some new hires coming in next week.
Perfect.
So
Glad to be partners.
should be quite fun. But all right, guys. Well, best of luck in your travels. I'll see you soon.
Is he marking off 120 gold right now? Is that-
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. This is IOU. We're leaving 1 sandwalker as collateral. We're taking 2 sandwalkers and 4 gas masks.
All right, we gotta write that somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. All right. And with that, you guys are fully prepped for the journey ahead. You guys go for your full rest finally, and we'll pick back up, I suppose, again at night, as you all take off into the desert.
Oh,
Sorry.
man, my long rest. Thank goodness.
Lovely.
You feel better
Lovely.
already?
We did it. We did it.
Yeah.
As in, like, we bartered the entire time so we can
Yep.
finally leave.
You guys got your mounts, and that's the important part. You guys got 3 out of 4 general mounts. Tossed one Oz's way for a time, but hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, not
I
too
think
bad.
we are
too
finally
bad.
ready to go do what we were supposed to do a couple
What, like
sessions
episode
ago.
2? You know?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 sessions ago.
Episode 2 is...
Like 7 sessions ago. What, September?
You
or
know,
something?
I was kind of holding off for a for a insight check, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the details since you mentioned part of it. Yeah, I referenced the fact that only guild members locally had mounts previously, being that they were constantly traveling to and fro, and that you could definitely hire them out for different jobs. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of kill it on the meta knowledge here, because you guys know that Arrendor, as you know him as, was moving all of the creatures with him. But definitely you guys had an entire forest of unusual and large creatures to choose from, including giant lizards and the Manshire reindeer galore that were surrounding you all just outside of Manshire.
And we could have gotten those as mounts.
Absolutely.
Could have gotten anything.
I fed
as
you
much.
guys nothing
Bro,
but
can you imagine us
large-sized
riding in
creatures,
Manshire
so that you
reindeer?
guys would have mounts right off the bat, and you guys said, "All right, moving on. Let's walk on out of here."
Dude.
Well, we shouldn't be able to down any of this stuff. It's all wild. I don't even this is a weird plan.
If you remember, those ones were actually shockingly tame, all under Arrendor's control.
We are bad at this.
I tried my best to help you guys with the mounts for so long.
Oh my
so
gosh.
bad.
But you know what? You know what?
Choices.
That's what the viewer is watching. The viewer is not watching some professional players.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're
The
just
view-
having a blast
The
over
viewer is
here.
watching 4 bumbling idiots.
Fail over and over again.
Just
Honestly,
fail their way
okay,
into
y'all ended up with some
situations.
dope mounts though. Still, these things are pretty cool. I will send you guys the stat blocks tonight, or at least like release them. They're all online, so those are already set and ready. And I'm excited to see where you guys go with this next time.
Spars asked,
too.
"What about the crabs? Could they be used as mounts
we
if
did
Cleave
try
didn't
that
lead
at
them
least.
to their deaths?"
Yeah.
That was technically an option. They were very aggressive about their initial approach.
Yeah.
But if you guys remember, yes, the crabs were also very peaceful. So depending on how they wanted to take
The
their
4
terrain, I
crab
wanted
men.
to give them creatures of every different sort. So there were giant frogs, lizards, reindeer, crabs,
Lizard would be a vibe
snails,
in the
and octopi. The octopi were the only ones that wouldn't have initially taken to them, being that they were already antagonized, if you will, but specifically by Nile.
How big were the murder chickens?
The
No.
murder chickens were not large enough,
Okay.
unfortunately. Those are just
That would've been
murderous
cool.
flying chickens.
We could have just took the eagle straight to Mordor at that
That'd
point.
been pretty good. That'd been pretty good. It's worth a shot.
Can we find a flying mount? That would be way better
That'd
than
be
this.
sick.
Then we don't have to find mounts that like have a
That would
favored
definitely
terrain.
speed it up.
Right.
That would speed up your adventure greatly.
I wonder if we can get Barry to be like 7 times as big.
Well, eventually Barry will be our flying mount.
If
don't
he
think
gets
so.
any
We'll
bigger.
see what happens
In the
next
Four
time. Guys, we love you so much. Thank you so much for following along. For those of you guys who do actually follow live, thank you so much. It is truly a blessing
Yes.
and an honor to have you guys here with us.
Seriously.
We understand that it's not many people, but please don't think that we don't appreciate you guys individually. That you guys really truly are very special to us here at the stream, and
Totally.
we are so grateful for having you on board. Again, whatever questions you have, whatever things we even miss, like we got called out about the fact that we were leaving at night and not in the morning last session, and
Yes.
getting to hear that back is like great because it helps us keep track of things, and truthfully, there's a lot to keep track of. But we try our best here, and we have a lot of fun. And the fact is, the journey is only now just started.
Exactly.
So-
even if new people come in, like we're
With that,
just starting
again,
our mission.
Yeah.
feel free to share our stream,
Please.
spread the word, tell them that this is a new beginning for the 4 Horsemen as they set off on their journey, and we'll try and recap a little bit further next time as we really bring things into light as they take off for the first time officially without an orc child in tow.
And not only that, but in 2 weeks, we will have the first insight check segment of 2025.
Ah, there you
Insight
go.
check. So we will be talking about breaking the veil. We will be talking about the entire month's worth of sessions in January 2025.
Yeah.
And giving a little bit more insight and more information from behind the scenes on
That'd be
how
hype.
Tristan thought of some cool stuff.
There was some
or,
craziness
like,
already. Yeah.
some of our favorite moments, and that is literally the best chance for you guys to interact with us 100% live and to catch up if you missed any of the episodes throughout that month.
For
So,
sure.
there
All
you
right.
go.
Well, with that, we love you guys. As always, have a great week, and God bless.
See ya.
Hey guys, Nick here. I play Calagon on our show Divine Inspiration, The Four Horsemen. I wanted to share a little bit of an insight with you and what I do on a daily basis, or at least I try. My buddy got me this 1 Minute with God for Men Bible, and it's been such a blessing being able to go through scripture in bite-sized forms. That's easy to do on a chaotic day. So I'm going to read out loud, and we'll go through this page here. It's January 21st. The subject is trust. What makes God trustworthy? You can trust God because he is the source of truth. How do you know? Because nothing he has said in his word, the Bible, has ever been proven wrong or false. Every prophecy that is not still in the future has been fulfilled. The source of truth cannot tell a lie. In God's response, it has an excerpt from Exodus 34:6. He passed in front of Moses and said, I am the Lord, the merciful and gracious God. I am slow to anger and rich in unfailing love and faithfulness. God's promise, it says, your unfailing love will last forever. Your faithfulness is as enduring as the heavens. And that's a Psalm 89:2. And just like that, I get a little time with God. I usually pray a little bit after as well. And you know, life's tough, life's busy. I'm not perfect. We're all sinners, and we all have, you know, excuses. But things like this, it's just a great tool, and I encourage you to maybe find one if that's what you need in your life. But thanks for joining us this week. We'll see you next week. Peace out, guys.